minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds.
Tiger blood pumping. Robot is ready
10,
to go.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tiger blood pumping. Robot is ready to go. No place for land whales. Because it's time to go. Trigger warning. Trigger warning show. Trigger warning. The trigger warning show. Trigger warning. The trigger warning show.
The always smooth trigger warning show is here. And again, we've lost half our guests that we can bring back on for some reason. They've just disappeared. Welcome to Australia. Welcome to the trigger warning show where everything runs
Where
smooth.
time moves backwards.
Time's great. I was on Open Bar this morning pushing the show that's going to be starting in an hour and a half, and 2 hours later we're here. So thank God it's all coming together now. We're here. Thanks everyone for being here. It's a very full panel today. We have Price of Reason. We have a guest, another Australian. Not only another Australian, from Melbourne. He's down the road. He could be sitting in the room with us.
The weather is beautiful. The weather is beautiful, and we should be outside touching grass, but we're here instead.
Exactly. Raging Ryan, thank you for being here. First time I think we've had another Australian on.
Thank you.
Istaphobos has come back with Dancing Robot Head, which we love to see.
Oh, nice.
And Professor R2 in the snow, feeling very cold by the looks of it. And Polly.
No.
Yes.
This it's fish guy glitter vomit.
We'll be getting to.
Nice.
I don't know.
Oh, you're inspired with the glitter.
Don't yuck my yum, okay?
And Polly, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
You tried to escape. You tried to get away.
I did. I've been busy.
A couple of weeks.
It's good to be here, but I've been, studying, learning archery. That's what I've been doing.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yeah, I'm a master now.
Well, in the show we're going to talk about again tonight, Starfleet Academy. That would make you a warrior if you can use a bow and arrow and take out a bird. Now, you did send me over Christmas. You did send me a photo. Raging Rhino. I believe you are a smoker, aren't you? I've seen you puff away there.
Yes, I am.
We talked about the expense of cigarettes in Australia, and no one could quite believe it. I actually don't know how you can afford it and also afford somewhere to live.
Well, surprisingly enough, I don't buy. I don't know if I should say what I'm about to say. I buy these cigarettes.
Oh,
Yeah,
they look very clean.
They're actually a lot cheaper than. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, we were saying how
Right.
dear they were, and then we got into the packaging. And Polly,
tax
you
is
did send me a
unbelievable.
photo over
I
the
did.
weekend, over Christmas in front of the tree
Yeah,
there,
it was before Christmas, actually.
of
There you
the
go.
beautiful packaging we have in Australia that has people dying awful. And that is
This is
Australian.
an Aussie anti-smoking campaign.
No, that's a packet of cigarettes. That is what
Yep,
they
it's a
have.
That
on-
is
packet
a
of
legitimate
cigarettes.
packet of cigarettes, and then you've got one where you see the lungs and they're all like fucked and they're all black and
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, like that's your packet of cigarettes, and that packet of cigarettes for 20 cigarettes will cost you about $55.
Yes.
I'd
So-
rather
But
look
on,
at the
on the
pack.
upside, we've found Brie Larson's next gig.
Yeah.
I'd rather look at the pack than look at Starfleet Academy.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
The thing is, though,
Free license fee.
anybody who smokes knows what it means to smoke. So why put all this crap on the box and why raise all the prices? It's like people that have decided they're going to smoke, they're going to smoke even if you show them like rotting feet and
but
charge
picture
$1 million.
Like, especially, like, would you like one? Opening up that packet, presenting
Well, that's the nanny state. They don't deal with data or evidence. It makes them feel better that they're warning you. But they even named a brand of cigarettes here like called Death cigarettes, and people bought them like crazy.
Oh yeah,
Right. I remember
that's marketing genius.
you'd walk down the street and someone would say, "Can I buy a ciggy?" They'd want one, and you'd be like, "Yeah, no worries." But now you'd be like, "Fuck off! I'd rather give you $10. It's cheaper than giving you a cigarette."
You just took $3 off me. Thanks. Like seriously, it's so expensive.
Yeah,
It's
so
the same for alcohol here too, though.
I was explaining that. I think that's how the whinge started. I was whinging about alcohol, where a bottle of Jack Daniels, like a litre bottle's nearly $100 now. It's crazy.
That's $60.
Yeah,
Bottle
it's
of wild turkey.
gone are the days of living free.
Is there like
In
a
this
black market
economy.
though? Sorry.
Price,
No,
what'd you say?
You go ahead.
No, Price. We want to hear your luscious tones.
Oh, okay. I just asked if there's like a black market because really, if I was there, there's no chance I'm looking like fine the rotting feet. I can't do anything about, I guess. But at
that's
least
why
like the price, isn't there like some guy in some like flea market that sells it for like a third of the price at least?
Rhino's showing you his connection.
He's found the alternative.
Because if there's no like ugly rotting tits on the front of your cigarette packet, then it's a black market. So.
In good Aussie fashion.
Yeah,
He's
Price.
found
You
a
could
way.
change. You could change your channel name to the price of cigarettes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, that's was your Christmas holidays, I'm guessing, Polly.
Did you like that?
Yeah, you thought of us when you found that.
Yeah.
Why does that packet of cigarettes look so tiny in your hand too? It looks like are they making them smaller? Is it like
I know. It's weird, isn't it?
Is it like that? What's the
You'd like the subject
element?
line for the email though, right? I'd said foot pick. So you got
Yes. When you said foot pick, I thought, oh, this is going to be
If
saucy.
you like rancid.
Yeah. I tell you, that was a challenging wank.
It does look like matches rather than cigarettes, man. So
you like to rise to that challenge.
Hey, it's how you use it, okay? It's,
shrinkflation.
Oh, that's
yes,
so funny.
so yes, the rotting foot, isn't that lovely?
delightful.
Now, I believe we have some mail. We haven't had mail for a couple of weeks, which means, hang on, I've got to play.
Means you had mail and you didn't check it.
Your mail? No, I sometimes do the other work. Anyway, stop talking.
He's got the biggest bags in town, the fullest bags around. He once slammed them in a door. They drag across the floor. They're full of all the good stuff. Just don't you be too rough. With robot heads, big mail bags. It's mail time, bitch.
It's mail time, bitch. But I think, Polly, you've got one, but I might have another one I can read first because yours has got a question for the panel. Is that
that's
correct?
true. Yep, it does.
So, okay, let's make sure we're opening up the right thing here. Sean said, he sent a long one, but I'm not going to go through that. But the main thing he said was to go see is it Iron Lung? So I might read his out after we've seen Iron Lung, but he recommended seeing it. So we might try and talk about Iron Lung in the next couple of weeks, which is a lot of interesting conversation around that film. But from Liam, now I think he did voice to text because his whole email is in the subject line. But he said 3 points, and there's it's all one long sentence too. So I think
Punctuation.
that's right. Yes, 3 points. One, the age restriction for Australia doesn't work. I know only one person it has affected. That's not really working as well as they planned. I mean, some kids got kicked off in Instagram, and I think that's about it. They're all still doing everything else they were doing before. So I agree there. What is everyone's on this show this week favorite and least favorite Star Wars films? We'll come to that back to that once. Fucking get the lips working. And I should have been drinking alcohol before we came on. And then, which we'll get back to that question. And number 3, when are you going to release that and or video? Now, I read this as when are you going to release that and or video? You promised it's been 5 months at this point, maybe more. But then I realised that and or is and or, but it's written that and or. So
Because it was voice to text.
That and or video.
yes. So we'll yes, and or I do have to come back
Put
to
the
that.
emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah, yes, that's right. So everyone, we have to go around favorite and least favorite Star Wars films. I think this will be quite easy, won't it, for most people? So
Empire Strikes Back.
yeah, and what's the least favorite?
Are we talking about real Star Wars movies, or Disney is considered a Star Wars movie?
Oh, see, that's a very important point because we don't even really count Disney, do we? But let's make it easy and count Disney as well. Well, let's do the opposite. Let's do it without Disney as well. So I'm going Empire Strikes Back, and then probably
Attack of the Clones.
yeah, it's either Attack of the Clones or Phantom Menace. I think Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones, it's more because of the dialogue and stuff. Some of it's like really bad in that movie.
Rhino, can you turn your volume up a bit, Rhino? I don't know if anyone else here, but you sound a little soft there.
I can try.
You mean you don't like the weird, awkward seduction scenes in between Anakin and
I'm haunted by the kiss I should never given you.
talking about sand in his ass crack?
I hate sand.
You know what always makes me laugh about that movie is that there's a scene that Padme wants to tell him that there's no chance that they could ever have a relationship, and she wears like the hottest outfit she wears in the entire trilogy. She's like,
the gills out.
She's like,
Yeah.
she's like, this is neither the time nor the place.
The guy's never been with a woman, and that's what she wears. We can't be together. I tell you what, we're going to be together. I'm going to go.
It was the best outfit for delivering that news.
Oh yeah.
You thought
I'm
about that.
surprised he didn't just start slaughtering children on the spot.
Whatever it takes to get inside that corset, man.
I tell you, I bet he went away and slaughtered a few future children.
I got bumped off and I didn't even talk yet. So I don't know if that was on purpose or not.
Well, now that you're back, favorite and least favorite Star Wars films?
Okay, Empire Strikes Back.
Yes.
And you know what? Mine was The Force Awakens because it created the situation for everything suck that we got. It was just poorly conceived, poorly executed, contrived, soft reboot of Star Wars.
Now, I would always say Empire Strikes Back is my favorite, but a long time ago, we raised this question on a show called The High Council, if anyone remembers back that far. Mm-hmm. I asked, but what if you could only keep one? Like, if you could only keep one Star Wars film, like, it would have to be Star Wars. Some people call it A New Hope, but that changes the question, I think. Empire, probably the best, but I'd keep Star Wars if I could only keep one.
Yeah,
look,
sure.
I thought Raging Rhino was wearing a feather boa there for a second. His cat walked past and I thought he'd gone off Starfleet Academy on me.
I was getting ready for the Grammys, sorry.
Oh, I thought you were playing the Klingon guy from Academy. He wears one of those. So,
is my audio any better? Testing? No, man. I don't know how to fix this.
And you're a bit low too. You can come up too.
okay.
Everyone else tell me if it's my problem.
Hello, testing 1, 2, 3.
No, louder.
Is this any better?
No. Okay, before we lose the crowd, let's move on to you also have another mailbag mail.
Oh yeah. Hang on. Do you want me just to read the question?
No.
Oh, you want the whole email?
I don't know. You have it.
Okay. Hey, Robot Head. Great to have you and the Trigger Warning show back on the telly. If you enjoy a bit of conspiracy theory and alternative views like I do, you'll know these crazy times are said to have been prophesized in the Bible and shit. That's why I figured I'd kick off the year with the following question for the panel. Which is your preferred end of the world scenario? A, asteroid, B, nuclear war, C, plague, D, zombie outbreak, E, alien invasion, F, other.
Now, because we're
Cheers, Tom.
because we're so professional here, look what I did, so everyone could remember what the choices were.
Thank you. That's good.
Now, I believe this. Polly, we're going to need you here
Right.
because when a guy sees this sort of list, they just think, how fucking macho and awesome am I going to be in this situation?
Right.
Not so much probably survival. We're all picturing fucking guns and cars and burning around, shooting other people. So you might have a more sensible approach to this. But panel, which way do you want to go out? And it can be other if you want. I want to go out other, schnoo.
Yeah, absolutely. I think whichever one of these happens, I want to be in bed with somebody really out of my league.
So, it's all other, basically. Yeah.
Well, before we go there,
F, other.
because it is the end of the world, you said you want to be in bed with someone's out of your league. Are they alive? Like, are you going house to house looking for
Grim.
dead plague victims, or are you grabbing zombies and taping up their mouths while you
No.
have your way with them?
So let's put it. I want to go out being in bed with Sydney Sweeney. How's that?
Is she alive?
breathing,
Is she a zombie?
absolutely alive and happy, and we never know what hit us.
And so satisfied, right?
And she'll have that.
She's so satisfied. She's never been so satisfied.
She'll have that face she had in that interview where they said, "Did she want to apologise?" And she just looked. Just
I realize the timing will be tricky, but you get
Yes.
my drift. It's gonna have to all happen at once.
Not forever, but
nuclear
Okay.
war doesn't sound fun.
I'm gonna-
Asteroid, that didn't work, did it? Sorry, Rhino, go on.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and talk as loud as I can while I'm trying to fix this problem. But I would choose zombie outbreak because an alien invasion, well, they could be well and truly way more technologically advanced than we are.
Yes.
So
There's a
that
good
won't
chance.
last long.
Yeah.
A plague, well, and nearly everyone just dies from a plague anyway. So you got really no chance there. Nuclear war, well, you don't really want that because then, fuck, what do? You got to stay in bunkers for ages and shit. You can't roam around, at least with zombies. But the thing is with the zombies is, are they fast zombies or are they slow zombies?
Yeah.
I know.
What if the alien invasion and they're all like ET? Like you can just walk up and boot them in the
I
face.
like that angle. Not so
Yeah.
much to boot it in the
Yeah,
face,
and you can
but
grab
Yeah.
it by its big
They
head and
could have
like throw it
been-
around and stuff. And
Or
you know,
what if they're
but I
all
guess
like
the
Sydney
clue is in
Sweeney?
the word
Yeah.
invasion. You know,
I like you go, what if they're all like Sydney Sweeney? What if in the nuclear war it turns everyone into Sydney Sweeney? What if all the zombies are Sydney Sweeney? Just Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah, if I was younger, it might be different, but at this point, I just want to, just like sex, I want to get it over with quickly.
Argo Bot says, "Are the aliens hot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Are they hot
question.
zombies?"
Oh boy.
I'm thinking of in Mars Attacks, you know, the woman that did the walk.
Oh, she was amazing.
Yeah, she wasn't real, but like if they're all like that coming at us, then you know, Istaphobos will still be looking for Sydney Sweeney to be honest. But,
I would go with alien invasion.
Yeah.
oh,
Does
Yeah.
he think
Because
we have
the
some
thing is,
chance
we don't
there?
know. Maybe we can take those aliens. You know what I mean? Maybe they're just like these little critters, and we can just like step on them. What do we know?
yeah.
But it's an invasion, so just
Yeah.
inherently in that word, you know.
But it
I don't
is
think we
implied
win.
the world is ending, so I assume we wouldn't win.
I watched Starfleet Academy, and most aliens seem like real pussies. They're like with their handbags and skirts. I think we'll be right.
Now, that's a horrible way to end the world, having to watch that show.
And they don't seem to like the opposite sex either.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah,
on there
could be a
does.
problem.
So basically, you're all kind of choosing extreme brief enjoyment.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I mean, as myself as a believer, I would have to choose the rapture. But if we're not going to go with that, if we're going with something else, I'm going to choose F. Other. I'm going to say nearby gamma ray burst.
Well,
If
the
you-
rapture
if you
is
know-
compatible.
If you know, Yeah, if you know what a gamma ray burst is, it's an event that happens with collapsing stars, whatever. Essentially, everyone on Earth will be dead before we even know it.
Instantly. Yeah.
There will
Yeah, I
be
like
no suffering. There will be nothing. It just
Let's go with the
bam,
game.
it's going to be over for everyone, and we won't even know it was coming. We won't even know it was going to happen. It's just done.
And it's a good word, isn't it? Game.
Yeah, and the Rapture is compatible with all of these anyway. So
Yeah, why not? I mean,
that
it's
happens
just
after
Rapture
the end of
could
the
be
world.
just G, all of the above, right?
I don't know
Yeah,
if I could do-
Supernova should have been a good choice.
I don't know if I could do Plague again. That toilet, the fighting of toilet paper is just. I don't know if I could fucking go
Why
through that
aren't you
again.
wearing a mask, Robot Head? Why aren't you wearing a mask?
Yeah.
That was the most disappointing near end of the world situation I've ever
It was
dreamed
a
of.
letdown, was it?
Just toilet paper and masks. Like,
Oh.
Yeah. Somebody's going to mail you a bidet now after the stream just to prepare you.
Sorry,
Can I
ask,
see your
is my
vaccination
audio-
card, please?
Is my audio any better?
Now it's
No.
worse.
look, you're so close. Just come over. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah, it's true.
We can still hear you, Rhino. Just, you know.
Okay.
Just-
yeah, I hear you fine.
Yeah, we can still hear you. So, yes, that's how we've worked out how we're all going to go out, and most of it's Sydney Sweeney and the
Most of
Rapture.
it's
Yeah.
brief. But
Now,
yes, go.
we also have some comments,
Oh.
which means I get to play this one.
Touch me in my comments up the ass. Grifting in the morning, shilling for a movie pass. Living in mom's basement, media literacy out the ass. Subjectivity isn't objectivity, tease, go touch some grass. It's comments of the week.
Yes, comments of the week. We had a few comments last week, and well, some people were happy and some weren't happy, but it is a trigger warning show, so we go. Can you see that, Polly? Do you want to read it? No, too small. Halem Roscoe, I believe it is. My shocking short celebrity story is Donna, the redhead from the '70s show. I was working the door at a bar, and she came in all nondescript. I almost didn't let her in because she was with this creepy old junkie. Go old junkie. Looking pair, sorry, who didn't, I shouldn't just stop reading, should I? Who didn't have IDs, but after some hemming and hawing, we finally realised who she was and let him in. Maybe it wasn't her. But the point is, she looks really tall and everything, which I assume she was, but she's like 5'5" at most, which is why, combined with the fact I have no idea what her real name is, still obviously, is why I didn't immediately
Laura
know
Prepon?
who we're dealing with.
Yeah.
She's short. I thought she was like 6
Yeah,
foot
she
or
does
something.
look tall.
She does
Yeah.
look tall.
So how short is the dark-haired one that was like 14 when she started that show? She must be tiny,
But
like
everyone on
5'2".
TV.
Mila
Short.
Kunis?
Yes.
Yeah, everyone's short on TV.
Yeah, she's tiny. I think
They have
she's
to
like
be.
5'2". Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got to fit him in frame.
Yeah. Got to get them all in.
Yep.
So, and then, come on, go quicker than that. Sooty Robot Head, love ya. Oh, we talked about Highlander last week,
Oh,
and
did
I
you?
mentioned that it was cheesier than I remembered. It still rocks, still better than most slop from the last 15 years. And yes, Kurgan rules. He's correct. It still rocks. It's still better than most things in the last 15 years, even if cheesy. I loved. Now this is. How do we read this? No Nonsense Man 8283. I like this one. I loved the Highlander movies as a kid in the 90s. Me too. But I rewatched the first film a few years ago, and I have to agree with Robot Head. It's pretty crap. The Queen-dominated soundtrack is good. There are some memorable quotes, but some of the casting decisions are questionable, especially having a Spaniard played by a Scotsman and a Scotsman played by a French-American actor who couldn't pull off the Scottish accent.
True.
It's all true.
Yeah.
It's all
He's
true.
True.
He's actually He's Egyptian though. He just
That is the
he just
with
comes
him,
from Spain.
Yeah,
you
he's
just
been in a
kinda
bunch of
go with it.
countries.
That
Yeah.
movie,
Oh my God,
that
this
movie, if
comment.
you really stop to think of it, has a lot of issues, but there's an element of fun with Queen's music and the 80s vibe and Sean Connery showing up. Who cares if he doesn't even look or
Yeah.
sound like the character? The other guy, too, he's likable enough. You know, he's not the best actor. He can barely speak his lines, but, you know.
I do like this comment from James Spark. James Park or James Spark. Christopher Lambert's accent comes from a country that doesn't exist.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, remember, they're actually aliens from another planet.
Oh
that
no
came
no no no
here
no
to
no
Earth.
no planet's ice that doesn't
Oh,
exist.
what about all
But
that? Yes.
you know, man, the movie's fun. I don't really give a shit about the accents. They pulled it off, man. It's
Yeah.
a wild ride.
Lovely Bear Paw, 1969. Send me a lovely $20. So
Oh.
thanks about that.
Oh, people.
Yeah.
You know, if you really want to talk about accents, why is a hologram 1,000 years in the future talking like she's from the hood?
Oh, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Now, please.
Dances like she's from the hood, too.
You want to talk
Yeah.
about accents? What about Braveheart? That comes and goes as he likes.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't know
Or
if this comment is serious or not, like it's tongue in cheek, but I'm going to read it like it's serious because that makes it all the more fun. You people, commentators, are morons commenting negatively on the first Highlander. Hater Palooza. That gives away that I'm not sure if it's serious because Hater Palooza is great. And you, the guy who bought up the extra 8 minutes of the Immortal edition,
that's me.
I thought it was. If you have a spine and you actually like the film, counter these haters properly. You seem more concerned about keeping the peace than having an honest debate. Coward.
I don't remember hating on Highlander.
Yeah, and I like the movie
I
fine
quite
without.
enjoy that film. I don't know. I
Either
don't
way,
remember
I love
hating
the
on it last week.
And I like the theatrical just fine, but the extended edition does add some continuity that just makes it better. But I'm perfectly happy with the theatrical. And
Yeah,
it
I
is
like
a
them
little,
both.
it is a little corny, but it's fun and it's good and it's got heart. And the movie itself
Meaning.
has the sincerity that goes far beyond what anyone that it should have. So they pulled it off in a major way.
Just the sequel.
So I hope
There
you-
is no sequel. I don't
There
know
is
what
no
you're talking.
sequel.
Yeah, I don't know
No
what you're talking
sequel.
about, Price. Maybe it was a dream.
Robot Head,
Are-
did you ever watch the sequel?
Are you doing some drugs? Maybe
I
don't know.
have, but I cannot remember anything about it because it would have
There's
been
one
back in the
part.
day.
There's one part that always gets me, and I don't know why. I always think about that scene, like just in sometimes randomly, is that the first movie ends with he's now mortal. That's his prize. That he's no longer immortal. He's just a regular dude. That's
Spoilers.
his prize. And it's nice. It's a nice standalone movie. It ends. So the second movie, he's already like older. He's gotten older. And they're I guess when they made the movie, they're like, what are we going to do? We said he was mortal, so why would he suddenly be immortal? So what happens is that I think he pushes somebody that accidentally falls next to a train, and the train decapitates the person that slipped. And because he slipped and the person was decapitated, he again becomes the Highlander.
Okay.
That movie, there is so much wrong with that movie.
You just know how
Look,
that.
someone mentioned, which I agree with, Queen's Flash Gordon soundtrack was better.
Yeah, it's Flash Gordon's
And I
better.
think so too.
The
Well,
old head getting cut off.
they
You
were-
know how that conversation
both
went. It
great.
went, I've got an
Yeah.
idea. We're gonna have him near a train track. He's gonna cut a head off.
yeah,
That's
I
how
mean,
that conversation went.
yeah, Flash Gordon is amazing, but I don't know if they're equally epic. But Flash
No.
Gordon has some terribly beautiful scenes in there, and I don't know. The babes make a difference.
B grade,
Oh my.
fabulous.
Who's the actor in Flash Gordon? I did see him. I think he was even talking about this on the Jack Show, which we all might be on later today, because they had him on. What's his name? The Flash Gordon.
Sam, Sam Jones, right?
But
Yeah, I
he
think
loves
that's right.
Yeah.
he loves talking about how he kept fucking up the scenes where
Why don't you get him on?
the girl was on his lap. Yeah, we'll get him on to
Get him
tell the
on.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
where
we
she
wanna-
was on
we
his
wanna
lap,
hear from Sam.
And he said he just kept fucking it up like over and over, so she'd have to do it. And then
So,
I think,
so the scene would go longer.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny.
and I
That's
think
not
he's-
even his voice. He was overdubbed for the movie.
Oh,
Oh,
was he?
really?
Yeah.
Was?
That happened a lot back then. They did
Yeah.
that to Mad Max too, which just hurts my heart that they were worried that no one would be able to understand the Australian accent. And And we speak the Queen's English here, so I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
What? What did you say, Robot Head? I didn't catch that.
Isn't that right, Rhino?
Yeah,
And this is
fucking
our,
no. What the
we're
fuck are
gonna-
they fucking? You know, the fuck are they
No.
talking about? They can't
we have to
understand us.
clean it
No.
up to so you fucks understand us.
No.
I think that back in the day, they wouldn't even notify the actor. Like the actor could go see the movie, like at the premiere, everybody's taking photos. He sits there, and maybe he has like this low voice, but suddenly somebody's like, "Hey, hello," and like that's his voice. There's nothing he can do, you know.
Hey, they did that to the guy that did the voice for Maul for when they did the solo movie.
Oh
Yeah. That's
They didn't tell him, and he turned up with his family to the premiere, or he took him. I don't think they gave him tickets to the premiere, but he took his family, like his kids that have grown up, and they were all excited. And he sat down to watch it, waiting for Maul to appear, and they'd swap to the cartoon voice. So what assholes.
Yeah, that was Peter Serafinowicz, I think, was the voice, but it was Ray Park in the makeup.
Now a quick bit of news before we move on. I think everyone's seen this, but this is just funny. Just quickly, you know, we all saw. Where is she?
So
We all
much.
saw this.
I feel really hopeful in this room, and I feel like we just need to keep fighting and speaking up and protesting, and our voices really do matter, and the people matter, and fuck ICE is all I want to say. Sorry.
Hang on, where's your bit about stolen land? I might have missed
Hopeful in
it.
this room, and I feel
I love how she
it's
says,
just
"Fuck us,
really
sorry."
hard to know what to say and what to do
Why are you
right
saying
now,
sorry?
and I feel really hopeful in this room, and I feel like we just need to keep
have, like, the PG
fighting and
version.
speaking up and protesting, and our voices really do matter, and the people matter, and
Did I miss this
land.
saying it?
No,
there
they
it is.
deleted it. Whoever
one is
uploaded
illegal
this
on
must have
stolen
not
land.
wanted her to look back.
There you go.
And
I feel
deleted
like
it.
I
No,
didn't
I
say
found
anything, but that no one is illegal on stolen land.
Okay, we're not a political show here. 'Cause we're in Australia. We just fucking
Seal
hate
clap.
every politician that's alive. Isn't that right, Ryan? We don't have sides here in Australia. We just fucking hate them all.
We hate them all.
The glorious thing is that after saying that we all live on stolen land, that there's an LA law firm is representing on behalf of the Tongva tribe, I believe it is, that they're going to claim her $18 million mansion because she said she's living on stolen land.
Nice.
And I love this, even though like they're not going to
Hand
take
it
her,
over, Billy.
they're not going to take her house off her, but she's going to have to fucking say something about it. That's what cracks me up. She's going to have to come out and say,
Yeah, she's gonna have to make a statement.
Yeah, it's going to be a PR disaster because
Oh,
But how old is Billy? She's only young, right?
23.
Yeah, the voice of youth.
Yeah.
yeah. She's
Yeah,
a
the-
dimwit. It's
The thing is,
Did you see the Aussie guy that's setting up a GoFundMe so that he can go
Yes.
and live?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
smart ass. I could have done that. I was so jealous. Now you say, how old is she? And like you think 23, but she's had a hard life. I mean, her makeup team is really
Oh, come on.
just going. They're doing the heavy lifting. Sorry.
No, she's fine.
Yeah, I like what Bill Maher said about all of these land acknowledgments. If you're not going to give it back, then shut the fuck up.
Yes, exactly. The land acknowledgments are idiotic. The entire this stupid line that has been going around on the left, a bunch of these agitators, people saying, "Oh, no one's illegal on stolen land." It's not stolen, dumbass.
Yes.
It's conquered.
Agreed.
We bought it. We took it in warfare. Guess who got the land before that? Well, it was Native Americans. They also
cannibals.
took that land from other
Yeah, they
tribes
took it from. They
who
took
they
it from.
conquered.
A cannibal
It's
tribe.
absurd.
One of the funniest
Everybody-
things ever was on the Chappelle show where they paid reparations to the African Americans.
Yeah.
They were driving around in cigarette trucks and stuff. It's one of the funniest skits ever.
That picture of her, like the picture of her face, somebody needs to just put the sound, from her song where she goes, "Duh." Just put that over that image. Perfect.
Yeah, everybody lives on conquered land. There's not a single original resident anywhere
Yeah, and it's not
in
news,
the world.
but because she's young, it's
No.
news to her.
Let's move on from that and talk about what we've been watching lately. There's two things we've been watching. But first,
What you want? What you want? What you want? What you want? What you watching? What you watching? all your other hoes. Nah, watching. What you watching? Robot head is watching, bitch.
There's a lot of bitch talk in this show, isn't there? I don't know why. Why is there so much bitch talk?
Yeah, don't hold back.
Yes,
No.
Tell us
yes.
what you're thinking.
No, so let's talk about something good. Well, I think's good before we talk about something that's could be the worst thing I've ever watched.
Yep.
So
Yep.
we have been watching. Well, I think has everyone been watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
I have.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's hard to talk when something's good because you just go, "It's good, looks good, lovely cinematography, cast is great."
You also don't really want to spoil it for people. You kind
Yeah,
of
exactly.
you kind of like it's good if you're not really watching it. Go and watch it. We don't really want to give anything away. The chemistry and the characters is really good. The visuals are really good. The story's really good. I think it's great.
I tell you, the way they use their time, they're only half-hour episodes. And my God, do they not feel like half-hour episodes? So much happens in every episode. But it's a simple story. It's simple. And like I mentioned the cast. I think the cast is very good. And it's a lot of fun. Is everyone else enjoying it?
Yeah.
I'm
enjoying it, but
somewhat-
not with the intensity of Game of Thrones.
I agree with you, Polly. I think that it's fine. Like I put it on, I'm not suffering watching it. Like you said, it's a good production. These lead actors, they're likable, and I'm not bored watching it. But I'm not like excited either. It's not like I don't sit there thinking, "Where's the next episode?" I'm just like, okay, that's another one.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
When I saw the first episode, I thought it was absolutely fine, but a little boring. But episodes 2 and 3 sold me completely. I am excited for the next episode. I love the characters. The production is great. Some of those joust scenes are just amazingly done. And
the action
it's
scene's
well
surprisingly
done.
good.
Definitely.
yeah,
well
and now that we're moving into the action, I mean the part where he goes, everyone says I'm too small, and he's like, well, everyone says I'm too stupid. and I'm just laughing. It started off with like a poop joke. I wasn't really thrilled about that, but
we had a few of those, didn't we?
yeah, but
I still
you know
like
what?
that scene. That scene was still really good with egg training and
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think it's as simple. The story is straightforward, but the characters are very complex. The motivations are complex. There's a lot to chew on, and it has good rewatchability. So I'm very excited Sunday to see the next one.
No,
Price,
this
did
is
you watch
actually
them?
coming out. This episode is coming out on Friday for you guys in the States because of the Super Bowl.
Oh,
So it's out
great.
the next episode's out tomorrow.
That's excellent.
Price, did you watch them all at once or as they came out?
I watched the first one alone, and then I think that I skipped 1 week, and then I watched the two of them together.
Because I watched the 3 together last night,
They
and
had
maybe
some
that
nice
helps.
sort of panoramic scenes. There was a nice panoramic scene of him sort of cutting this serene, lone cowboy figure. He's on the horse.
It's got a very cowboy
And
feel, doesn't
and
it?
then at the same moment, coincidentally, just happened to bring in that lonely whistling that was very Morricone.
Yes, very Morricone.
Yeah.
Or, and then it did it again a bit later on, but it was 100% Morricone.
Can I just say, this is the first modern show where the night scenes don't look like crap. It's lit like film. You can see what's going on, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's more blue than just a dull, murky gray with a piss filter on it. The show
were
looks
filming
gorgeous.
And it
They
doesn't
were
have
filming at a
that.
nice big location though too.
Oh,
You
it
watch
looks
behind the
magnificent.
scenes, like it's all like it's fantastic what they did.
The action doesn't fall into that. The Heath Ledger, was it A Knight's Tale?
A Knight's Tale, yeah.
Yeah, where it's sort of a bit rock and roll, like it's a bit too rock and roll, like the scenes. But it's done so well. Like it looks so violent and so full on. It's and I like that I'm getting
Yeah, me too.
hearing myself back all of a sudden. Oh, that throws me. I do like that he seemed pretty sure of himself till he saw what they were actually doing out on the field, and he wasn't so sure if he was in the right place and if he should be there till his little bald head friend helped him out there.
The chemistry between those two, as I mentioned, there was. What about the bit where he's talking about the hair on his stones? It's like, it's a bit weird that you're telling me. You know, and then they were singing the song about Alice and how she was disabled and she used to be able to pleasure men really well. And they start having that. I thought those conversations were hilarious. But then you get the conversation with those two on the hill where they're, you know, having a bit more of a serious conversation. You know, you do good work when you put your mind to it. And he's like, oh, really? Can I stay in as your squire? And I thought, I just think that those scenes are actually really good too, despite, you know, the action scenes, the knights and all of that that's all awesome. But there's a lot more to this show than just that, I think. And
I
this,
suppose.
I don't want it to slip into sort of ticking boxes. I don't want to just sort of see House Baratheon and you know, saucy wenches and
Hang on.
do you know what I mean?
Slow down.
And like, oh, you know
I
what
don't
I mean?
mind
though.
saucy wenches.
Yeah.
No, that's all
I'm
good.
hoping
But do you
for
know what I'm
more
saying? Like,
saucy
I don't want it to
wenches.
just be reduced to just a shell of a story. I want to, yeah. Well, I'm interested to see. I'll watch it.
I didn't hear any complaints about the massive cock.
yeah,
I've forgotten about that.
No, I
There's a
didn't.
rooster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
boy.
rooster in this.
I didn't think it was that big.
Yeah, what am I saying? That average size cock.
Really
What am I
tiny.
saying? Let me take that back.
I was wondering if like that was the actor for real or they did it with CGI. What did they do?
Oh, Bryce, come on.
It was a prosthetic. Yeah.
It had its own postcode.
Yeah.
it's
it
got
was
its own
a-
gravity as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
It was a Boogie Nights trick. It was a Marky Mark dongler.
that was
I don't
that's a small moon of half.
Yeah, I'd only just got over Bone Temple
Oh,
with,
man.
you know, and I saw that in 3D, so it was very full on. But yes, that was. I do like the shitting scene in the first one and the massive cock. I do like that there's sort of like little winks at, like with the shitting scene at the start, like was going into the Game of Thrones theme and then just hard cut into him having a crap. I do like that they're sort of having a little bit of fun with it, but they're backing that up by having a really good show. Like that looks
Yeah.
magnificent and everything. So like these little
Yeah, it
sort of
definitely
jokes.
looks good.
Yeah, it just work.
And you know, they've created a likable character, right? A gentle giant. You know.
Was
It always
everybody
makes me-
ducking in the theater with Bone Temple at the same time? Were they leaning down? And
Yeah. All sort of squirming in our seats, like it's what you do with it. The which was awkward because I was there with my mother. But anyway, I do like the
What,
sense.
the boner temple.
Oh my god.
Just like a graboid from Tremors. Just
I do like the sense of this show that we don't know if his mentor was bullshitting him the whole time. Like, we don't want to give too much away, you know, because it is a good show. We want people to go watch it. But I do like the old mentor that goes in that he's bearing in the first scene. No one seems to remember him. And there's this sense that was he just bullshitting him the whole time as he was carrying that big hog around the countryside. But yes, it's a very enjoyable show, and I am excited to see what happens because I thought they'd drag out. Is it Egg? Is that what they call the kid? That should be pretty easy to remember.
yeah.
That he came out of hiding at. Look, I'm giving too much away here, but what he does in the last
You've
episode.
got to say spoilers.
Yes, spoilers, but you know he sort of admits who he is, and you know. So now I'm keen to see where that goes, and the dragon family. Man, they've got some cool armor. I don't care how silly it is. I want to be wearing some of that armor.
So
getting
do
around.
I. That fucking helmet is fucking sick, man.
On him or on the horse? Because that's good too.
Oh yeah, the horse looks
the
good
horse
too.
looks
Fucking
good.
sick as well, yeah. Yeah.
Why did he sell the white horse when he had two others he could have picked from? The white one seemed his favourite.
Because
Oh,
he
well.
needed Thunder because Thunder's the war horse, so he needed to get rid
Ah,
of him.
yes.
He needed horse.
Nah.
First. And he had 3 horses, obviously. He's gotten rid of 2 of them.
it's DEI. They had to get rid of the white one.
Oh, they had to
Yeah.
keep the brown horse.
Super chat.
That training little montage of the kid training the horse, that was wonderful. I enjoyed that
yeah.
so much. Like just visual storytelling, and that little kid, he's such a good actor. Like when he's watching the battles, the joy in his face and the screaming, like it's hard to get a kid that can actually act, but the Brits seem to be able to do it. I'm guessing he's British. Is he British? He mightn't be, but
I think he is, yeah.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the way he transitions from a joyful kid when he sees his family and he needs to hide, and then when he comes out at the end of the next episode, he does a really good job of sort of switching from his regular Squire Boy thing to an actual royal. He's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, but even when like near the end of the episode where he goes off to the puppet show and the other Squire guy comes over to him, the cousin of that guy, and he comes over to him and he asks him to go and try the cider that their family makes or something. So he goes off and does that. In that scene, the guy that he's talking to looks at Egg, and Egg's like, because he introduces him as his squire, and he sort of like hides his face. Like just the performance that he gives is really good.
Yeah,
Child
yeah.
actor, like really nails it, I think.
He's both of them. Even our main protagonist here, he's just got that nice simple look, but he looks fucking huge, like he'd be able to easily hurt people.
Yeah.
Just let me catch up on some super chats here. Thanks, Polly, for pointing that out. Jeffinator the Colossal, late and gay, just like Critical Drinker. Hey, you can blame me being late. Didn't have the show ready in time. So it's hard when you go on open bar. It's like when you're in Australia. It's like rolling over in bed and waking up and all of a sudden you're in a show.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like the first person I speak to, I'm live on air. It's like, fuck, no, what's going on here? Just scrolling here. There was another. Oh, I didn't mention coffee this week. I should put the link so people know where it is. I'm scrolling. Hang on. Here's another one. Oh, this is from earlier. This is ArgoBot 64 for $2. Are the aliens hot? This was our conversation about the end of the world.
Yeah.
And we're going to say they are. We're going to
Obviously
say they're
they
hot.
are.
They all
Yeah.
look like Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, mixed. They got Sydney Sweeney's head on ET's body.
Can we do it the other way around? Can we do it the other way around?
Yeah.
He's at a pretty good height.
He's head on Sydney Sweeney's body, please.
He's at a pretty good height, and he's got that crazy neck that can go up and down. I don't know. I reckon my idea fucking floats. I reckon.
His finger lights up too.
That's not his finger.
Look, you've got one from the Karate Werewolves.
He
Oh,
just became a member. We love you, Karate
legend.
Werewolf, and we love that name. I want to be Karate Werewolf. When I came up,
We all want to be Karate
I know.
Werewolves.
I didn't put any thought into my name because I didn't think anyone was going to watch the first video, and then I was mistaken,
He
and
looks
I
like
was
a
stuck with
character. He looks like a character from Altered Beast in that picture.
Can we go back? Hang on, let me hide this for a second. No, I can't go back.
No,
Altered Beast.
that picture that you had up, that
his avatar. Yeah,
avatar looked like a
Oh, sorry
like
about
a picture from Altered Beast.
Yeah.
that. I took a text. I thought you were talking about something on the screen. Commenting is dangerous. 7530 for $10 beautiful dollars. I think they're American dollars, not like our pesos. Isn't that right, Rhino? When you get one that's like in those American pounds, it's very exciting.
Oh, dude. Like you don't know how much you just made my day by giving me more money than you think you gave me.
Yeah. I love getting paid in the US dollar or the pound because when it comes into your bank account, all of a sudden it's bigger.
It's more.
Yeah. In regards to Seven Kingdoms, I think Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers said it best. I like my shows like I like my women with no penis.
Yeah, I'll agree with that one. By the way, the actor who plays Egg is named Dexter Soul Ansel. He is British, and he looks like Draco Malfoy when he has hair.
What's his name? Dexter Solar Ansel.
Yes.
Oh my God! Of course he's going to be
He's going
famous.
to be somebody, isn't
Yeah,
he?
they just gave him a name to make him famous.
If
Sean,
you call somebody Dexter, you're really taking a gamble.
yeah.
which
Yeah.
is going to go? Sean 4680, long time fan of the channel and supporter. Saw Iron Lung 3 times. I guess I felt it was good. Yeah, see, that's what you emailed to me. So I'm keen to say I'm going to try and see it this weekend, I think, just to even support the dude making it because we'll get into it after we've seen it. But they've removed his rankings on the charts for where how much money he's made. God, could I make that more fucking confusing?
They're claiming it was an accident, a bookkeeping error, and that they say it wasn't done on purpose. But
Hey, Robot Head, is it actually in theaters here?
I think so. I should look that up. Maybe I can't see it this weekend. Maybe you're correct. So I just assumed it would be on here somewhere. So
If it's not, I'll try and get us a copy.
yes.
The Karate Werewolf.
From your cigarette supplier.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, the packet of the blues, and if you could also give me a copy of Iron Lung.
Iron lung. That's so funny. I'm getting cigarettes and an iron lung. Perfect.
Yeah, it is playing in Melbourne at the corner of Swanston and Latrobe Streets. The
You gotta go to
Melbourne
the
6
city to do it.
3000.
Robot Ed.
Oh, you'll be able to get some smack at the same time.
Go and get robbed. Go and get beaten up with a machete.
Now, here it is. It's finally. I've got it. Everyone stop talking for a second.
Oh my
Everyone
God.
stop. I'm sure I've got. Hang on. Let's see what we've got here. Hang on. Let's go with. Where is it? I thought I'd have this one. You've got to do the applause for this. I've got to get my own sounds. Anyway, stop that. Jeff and I, the Colossal, for 50 Australian dollars. It's good to watch a good show for once. I agree. I read the book and then watched the show last night, and I'm excited for the next episode. Also, here's some compensation for Starfleet Academy. I appreciate that. Please talk about The Exorcist instead. That's what happened on Open Bar this morning. We want to talk about The Exorcist because we want to talk about something good. Yes, it's thank you very,
Very
very
wise
much for that
words,
generous amount of money there. Now the books, is it they're short stories? Is that where it comes from?
Well,
They're very short books. They're novellas, about 130 pages long.
And how many are there? Do you know?
I think he's not finished yet. I think there's 3 or 4 of them that are out.
Well, I just got Knights of the Seven Kingdoms or Knight of the Seven Kingdoms on audio, and it's only about 9 hours in total to get through the entire book.
It was it's saying that it's good to watch something. It's good to watch a good show for once. The relief I had putting this on, like I didn't have to work hard to understand it or enjoy it, and it looked fucking beautiful. The cinematography's fucking
And the
incredible.
country's incredible.
Yeah, it
and
looks incredible, and
it's very scenic.
it's enjoyable, and it's simple. Like, and it's just good performances and thought provoking. Like it was such a relief after the other garbage we've been watching that we're going to talk about in a second. But yes, I do agree, Jeff and I, the Colossal. It is a pleasure to watch something nice for once.
Yeah, I think Rhino's books are the first 3 because it's the Head Knight, the Sworn Sword, and the Mystery Knight. 9 hours sounds like the first 3 books all together.
Yeah, it would have to be. Yeah, because that's way too long for just one of those.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's why it must be, because I'll show you just really quickly. So the first chapter is the Hedge Knight. That goes for 3 hours. Then you've got the Sworn Sword. Yeah, so it's all of them, right?
Yeah, but he's supposedly working on the 4th one now, but I don't trust him.
I don't ever expect him to finish anything.
Zadok in 1975 said, "Is there a full version of the Countdown song? I know it's just a harder version of the theme song, but it sounds like it would rock too." There is a full version of that, and we've been talking about we're going to release all the songs. We just want to make some film clips for them all, and we might do an album or something.
Yeah.
So there's a few musical things in the works. We just got to get them finished.
I've got a few contributions.
Oh, did you do your foot pics?
Stick that in your video.
Yes, Sean 4680. I've given you enough cash to see IL in the big screen, Iron Lung on the big screen. You have, and if it's on, we're going to go. So I'm keen to see it, and it seems to be. Yes, it seems to be spreading out. So hopefully, if it's not on yet, it will be. But apparently, it's on in the city, and Rhino's going to get in there, get his ciggies, get some smack, and say it.
And get an Iron Lung.
Yes. Exactly. So, show's good. We're recommending it. Did we hear from any? Is anyone that's not enjoying it? Polly and Price, you're sort of
No, we're enjoying
on
it,
the
but it's
fence
just
at the
like
moment?
it's not Game of Thrones. Do you know what I mean? As in, like, not as intense an experience.
Yes.
Right?
Well, we're not jumping around all different stories.
No,
are
we'll
we?
wait and see what happens.
I do like how they're
wonder if
using the flashback. Usually, I get sick of flashbacks because so many shows use it terribly, or like they'll do a whole episode in the middle of a series. Fucking some Star Wars bullshit series, and we get to the 5th episode, and of course that's a complete flashback show, and it's so fucking boring the way they do it. But the little flashbacks here that just when they say something and then they instantly show you the reality
Yeah, I
of
think that
moment.
works really well.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
I like that.
even from the start where he goes, he didn't hit me much. And it's like just all these shots of the old guy smacking him.
Yeah, no, that was really powerful.
Yeah, it's done very well. I enjoy that a lot.
I would have
I
seen
love
it.
the
Yeah.
flashback in this one where he's talking to the knight without the eye, and then it flashes back to him pulling the thing out of his eye, and then him riding down, his eyes dangling out. Gross.
Yeah, that's because modern shows use flashbacks to hide the continuity errors and the sloppy writing, which is
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
they do it that way. This
Yeah.
doesn't have those, so of course it's better.
Yes. So when does it come out, Ryan? You're saying earlier this week because of the Super Bowl.
So apparently it's out tomorrow. It comes
Did I
out.
see that the Super Bowl's on Disney Plus or something over here?
It's on ABC, so
Free to air. It's always we got NFL on Channel 7 here.
I mean, it's not the football; it's the halftime entertainment. I'm excited for because that looks
Yeah,
like
I
it's
can't
gonna be
wait.
fucking incredible.
yay, Bad Bunny. Yeah,
Bad
guy in
Bunny.
a dress. Hey,
Do you think the competition that they're doing for that halftime show, do you think people are going to watch it?
yeah, I actually do.
Just a
They
quick
do it-
explanation that no one knows. They're doing a alternative concert halftime show, aren't they? And who's playing?
Yep.
What's his name? The crazy redneck.
Kid Rock?
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock is going to be playing instead of Bad Bunny.
You know, that was the only person that came to mind when you said crazy redneck. I just had the flash of him.
Kid Rock against Bad Bunny sounds like a wrestling.
Yeah. If I want to see a guy in a dress, I'll just watch Starfleet Academy.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch the Super Bowl.
What Super Bowl trailers are you excited for? The main one that I'm actually excited to see is the Street Fighter one.
Oh, the
But then-
ads.
Yeah, you've got Mandalorian and Grogu, you've got Minions 3, you've got oh man, I had a full list.
That Mandalorian and Grogu, I mean, we need to talk about that more in the future. My God, is that thing going to fucking bomb? No one gives a shit. Even people
No.
love the show.
No.
Yeah, but all the
It-
commercials will hit YouTube 30 seconds after the Super Bowl's over. So
Exactly. Yeah. Some of them are already out. Some of them
I was
have
gonna
already
say,
been
where's the
released.
top
Like the
one?
Shatner one is already out. That's gonna. That's
I
post
hate
Super
when they
Bowl
do that.
commercial.
It's like there's something that started like, I don't know, Black Friday or something that was one day, and now it's 2 weeks of sales. And like the Super Bowl thing was the excitement. Even over here, we'd hear about all the ads for the Super Bowl and, want to see them. But now they're just going to start releasing them days ahead and days. It just loses the whole attraction. But, they're all assholes. Let's move away from something good and talk about
Talk about something awful.
oh god.
now. Seriously,
What
I
the
think-
Odyssey?
Oh,
I think Star Trek, Starfleet Academy. I know this is easy to say, and we say it all the time online. I really think this is the worst fucking thing I've ever watched in my life. The most bizarrely immature, incredibly stupid, non-consistent crap I've ever watched in my life.
I
Can
agree.
anyone tell me I'm wrong?
No,
it's a mess.
no, I think it's the worst thing ever made. I agree with you completely.
right.
It's hard to do.
Sorry to interrupt, Polly.
Yeah.
Polly hadn't seen any, knew nothing about it. And
Oh
I
my
said,
God.
we're going to watch it, talk about it. I sat and watched
I
it
couldn't
with Polly
believe
and
the
watched
opening,
her face.
the opening graphics, like Diary of a Wimpy Kid font.
Yes. Yeah.
Your face.
Comic Sans.
Drawing on the screen in crayon.
That's
Like,
the audience.
What are you doing? Okay, it is hard to do worse than the previous episodes, but they have managed to do it 5 times in a row now. Each one has been worse than the previous episode.
And they
And
get away
this
with
latest one,
on Gene Roddenberry's Star Trek. Are you kidding me?
But I had to
yeah.
I had to explain, like, I know no other episode's done this. Like, this is every episode's completely different from the last, and that this is just something completely new, a new level of shit. You didn't get to experience, Polly, the episode before this
No.
that just killed Klingons. Like, just
Yeah,
killed
just
them.
destroyed every bit of lore they've built for that species over decades of storytelling.
Yeah,
But
60
this-
years.
This episode is they have finally gotten worse than the Section 31 film last year. I would not have told you up until this point that this was worse than Section 31
This
because
was, like,
that was
criminally bad.
abominable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the crayon
This
tells
was
us.
You knew it from the
Wow.
first minute, like the first
Yeah.
60
First
seconds.
second, yeah.
I'm already sending DMs to Professor. We're both watching it at the same time. 60 seconds in, I'm like, this is the worst. This is the worst.
But every story is about me.
Yeah.
That's all I give a fuck about.
Yeah.
They all talk about themselves and what they're going through. It's the fucking TikTok bullshit where everyone thinks they're important and that their story is so fucking important and woe is me.
But this is so cruel. Like for Star
getting angry.
Wars fans, there's heartbreak for Star Wars fans, but this is like next level.
Oh, yeah, this is
Yeah,
like,
terrible.
Oh,
I mean, everything Star Trek represents. I can't believe it. Like
The
Yeah.
this
entire
utopian
opener.
future, this evolved. We've evolved beyond war and judgment and pettiness, and we're all about a better future. And this is what is
Yeah.
being dished up.
The dancing,
Yeah.
the breaking the fourth wall, the weird
Yeah.
titles as if it's like a thumbnail. It's like it is a TikTok video. They just made it like a TikTok episode.
Yeah, and the crayon tells you who the audience they're aiming for is. This is
Yeah.
literally a show that speaks to and sounds like 5-year-olds. It's absolutely insulting and juvenile.
But they
it
don't
felt
care
like-
if even scenes make sense. Like this scene of her walking in and everyone looking at her.
I know.
Like, Holly
Yeah.
was like, "What's going on? Why is she so special?" I'm like, "She's not. She's
Yeah.
just a student."
she's
Well-
this is what these people on TikTok think their life is like. They are the main character and everyone around them adores them
Yeah.
for who they are and for how brave they are and being themselves and whatever. When in reality, most of them don't even want to look you in the eye because you are an awful self-centered person that no one wants anything to do with. But they're convinced that everybody around them just couldn't love them more. They're just the
yeah,
most
The
perfect
whole
version of
sentiment
themselves.
the show. Like it's, how do they get to put the name Star Trek to it?
Yeah. The very first thing she says is, "I am unique. There's only one of me in the entire universe." And then, well, there's thousands of exactly like me on Carson. They created me to be
From
an
line to
emissary.
line.
Like
It's
the
from
show
line to
contradicts itself with every sentence.
It's like no one read it. Like it's like 20 people wrote a line down and then they just put them together and no one read through it.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking
So
insane.
disjointed.
But then it's weird because it also goes off in her having a conversation with the Gary Stu guy of this series saying,
Space
you-
Jesus.
You can have sex with her or something. Like, do you want to
Yeah.
have sex with her or something? And then goes to her and goes, do you want to have sex with him?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, what the fuck what is this?
Yeah, I call
love
him
it.
Space Jesus
That entire-
because
that entire opener of this fucking episode before you get to the fucking skip the opening fucking thing is written by a 5-year-old retard
yeah,
thinks they know we're fucking. It's so stupid.
It's
I was
worse
gonna-
than that. It's worse than that. It was written by Tawny Newsome.
yeah, it's very hard to describe this without using the R word, but I was committed to not, so I'll do things like idiot and juvenile, insulting and
I'm
desecratory, but
Australian. I got no filter. I'm sorry.
no, that
No.
was a challenge because that's absolutely they are. But here's the thing: I realized a couple things during this episode. The commandant for the War College, he is supposed to represent us real Star Trek fans, and they ridicule the crap out of anybody who tries to take anything seriously. He is the guy actually trying to do honor, work, merit, and they just tear him a new one. And I realized, oh, he's a stand-in for who they think the real Star Trek fans are.
I said to
that's
Polly,
true.
I said, wait till you see this show, right? And the beginning of this couldn't have been fucking better to shock someone into what they're doing. And I said, just check out how many guys you see in every scene. And then it just said that, and was like, woman,
they even
sideburn
had,
woman, whatever that is. And then the next scene is her face, and then woman. Oh no, we've got some guy there, and there's like 80% women to men in
But
there.
they had these like really corny graphics, like a light bulb coming up when someone thought of something.
Yeah, it's
Fireworks.
ding. and this-
5-year-olds.
and- Yeah.
It's 5-year-olds. But listen, the thing that I noticed about this is like, just because you call something doesn't make it
Well, yeah.
real. She's like, does it sound familiar? That's a woman. I'm going to call myself a woman. I am just exactly like them. And she's like, he's an emissary. I'm an emissary. Oh, I am exactly like Cisco. Everything he has is mine. This is the ultimate in stolen valor and meta stolen valor from a much better series. And man, it pissed me off.
I don't
But
even
it's
understand
also
why.
today, isn't it? Like, if you think you're a woman or a man or a fruitcake or a bloody dog, you're allowed to say you are, and that's all that matters. And they're so obsessed with that's what every story fucking is that
Yeah.
you're
Yep.
right, you're important, you are whatever you think you fucking are, you are 100%, and we're all going to praise you for it.
It's
Yep.
the right to self-identify, Klingons.
Oh, they were
There was
reading
so
that book.
much-
They're reading that book about Benjamin Sisko. It was like a bunch of 20-somethings, right? Reading a kid's book.
Yeah.
I know, it
Yeah.
really-
Yeah.
Yeah, it did sound like a Curious George or a preschool thing.
Yeah. It
when
was,
she's like,
clearly, yeah.
even the stone from the prophets. Oh, so it's like a interdimensional communicator for stupid idiots. Like,
Graphics.
ah,
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
You can
I
not
have a
explain
question.
something that hasn't seen it.
I have a really important question. If somebody programmed this hologram, right? What kind of prankster programs this hologram that she's stupid and she doesn't look good? Like, was it like a prank? You know what I mean? Like, let me unleash this person here, this hologram
They
here.
do that though. Like, I've been writing, trying to get videos out on this, and this every scene, there's like you could talk for an hour on every scene with this. It's so hard to get the video bloody edited down to something that someone can watch because it's so insane. But it's like we're not only going to give you this woman who she's odd looking, like and anyway, I won't get into trouble here with how she looks. But then she's a computer program, so she could look anyway. And then we're going to make her mug to the camera non-stop, and we're going to make her dance around. Like we're going to.
I think you're thinking, is this meant to be a comedy?
We're going to push the audience so hard.
it's meant to be a troll. It's a huge audience troll, the entire show.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
I
Again,
don't
we
understand.
could say something about our products.
There's a couple of things that I don't really understand as like a bit of a Star Trek normie, like the hologram getting drunk thing. Like I didn't really understand that, but also too, like when she goes to get the reprogramming done so she can taste food, and he comes over and he just starts flicking shit at her.
Oh, yeah.
Like I just thought a lot of that was so fucking stupid. Is that really how that shit works?
No,
No.
it makes no sense. It's Harry Potter magic in a science fiction show.
You've removed science fiction
Stupid.
and replaced
So
it with
dumb.
magic, like fucking magic.
Yeah.
And like when we get this, what? I didn't even understand what the fuck was going on here. Where
He eats bananas.
Twitter.
He eats bananas, and because of his species, it immediately rots inside himself, and then because of that, he vomits glitter.
Yeah, except that
Yeah.
bananas are relatively low in potassium. It's anything that he ate: meat, chicken, dairy,
love that
cheese,
argument.
Yeah,
beans,
all of it.
vegetables.
All
would
of it.
like he can't eat anything then.
It's all
Except that
coded
all
for
of
how they
this-
convince straight guys to suck dicks. That's what it's.
Yeah.
I want to help you clear your conscience, robot head. The thing is that it's fine to say that perhaps this lady isn't the most appealing in the world, and I'll tell you why. Nobody, like, I'm not saying that I'm the most appealing person, but nobody's paying me to be on that show. If there's a show like this and money is being paid to people, you kind of expect more appealing people.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not
they're-
being a
What
jerk here.
what you expect, Price, is some effort.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
I think
paid
you
to
You
look
expect
good.
some effort
Attractive
to look
person.
well, to look good on screen. That's what you expect.
Gene
Yeah.
Roddenberry. If Gene Roddenberry was in charge of that hologram, you better believe that some hot woman would be
She
in
would have
that
been
role.
wearing an amazing hairpiece and a mini.
Yeah, she
Right.
doesn't even have a
Incredible.
body, but she plays the theremin, which requires capacitance. She's made
Yes.
of photons, and where they come. If you put her in a dark room, does she disappear? Like her entire existence makes no sense whatsoever. And if they want to know if humans are safe, send the doctor. They've already recognized his sentience. He has full rights. Nothing about this makes any sort of sense or logical continuity whatsoever.
Yeah. Oh, that book. That book. Oh my God. Like you said, it is clearly a children's book. It is a children's storybook about Cisco, and they are treating this like it is some sort of historical document. I mean, look at it. It's clearly
It's really hard to explain.
Yeah, I want to be a
great.
great emissary like the Cisco. Is she 5? Like, what the hell, man?
She opens it up and it's like 1-page book, like just a color thing, like
a pop-up book. Yeah.
it's
He's
oh
a
my
mystery,
God.
but the teacher that is helping her taught Cisco. Like, what's the fucking mystery?
Is that the one that looks like a burn victim?
Yeah, the burn.
Yeah, that's actually Tawny Newsome, the woman
Yeah,
who
that's
wrote
Tawny
this.
Newsome. Yeah,
And
who
her-
wrote this? Yeah.
Her entire literary claim to fame is she came up with the pun "shenan me once, shenanigan me twice." That's her.
Yes. It's
That's her
awful.
only literary accomplishment. Yes.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, she shows up. She's supposed to be some sort of hybrid Cardassian Trill something is what the character is supposed to be. That's why she looks like she does, but it's awful. That's
Yeah,
so
Not even
bad.
legit, because the jacks, it has to go from one host to another. Can the jacks go to
Dax? Yeah.
Dax, sorry,
So
I
well,
mean-
that's why they show like at the end she's got like spots. So
Yeah.
you're supposed to guess
called
that
the
like
Dax.
she's somehow like a hybrid of a
right? but
Cardassian
I remember
and
that it
a
was
Trill.
like Jadzia, Dax, and what's
Ezri
the other-
Dax.
Ezri Dax, yeah.
And then
they
Ezri,
were, they
yeah.
were legitimately trills. No, they weren't.
Yeah.
They weren't hybrids. They were
Yeah.
just trills.
Well,
Yeah, they were.
Trill's
You're
only
right.
the oldest Trill was like 800. This would put her between 1100 and 1200. But they didn't
Yeah,
even
she-
bother to look that up. They just it's more stolen valor. They wanted to steal a character that people know, love, and respect because they are incapable of creating that for themselves.
You know what else I hate? I hated the like the barefoot hippie.
Oh yeah.
CEO, I don't know what it is.
This is all new to Polly. This was amazing.
yeah.
Because to me,
They-
like we've seen it
There's
on
so
repeat
much more in
so
earlier
many
episodes.
movies, right? In so many movies, we said, look, in Alien Earth, we got it with the boy genius. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, he had-
same
that's
kind
true.
of vibe, right?
He
We
sat
got it
around
in.
with the
Remember that movie Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
Yeah.
Well, Chester V or whatever
Classic.
his name was, he was like saying, he was saying namaste to everyone. He's like
That's
busy taking over the world with his high tech stuff, and I think even like Ex Machina, like he had that kind of like
he had that vibe going,
Yeah,
no
you know what I mean?
shoes.
It's just on repeat. So there's nothing happening in this writer's room.
But even like all their ideas, I've got the still up here. Like we've seen it probably Happy Days. It definitely would have happened in Brady Bunch, and it probably happened in Friends where they divide the apartment into two sides. You can't go on my side. In this fucking show, he put a level marker down the floor and was going to tell the other school they weren't allowed to cross that mark.
Oh my God.
In the middle of a school where you have to go to different classrooms and move around. Like they don't give a shit. Like I sound like I'm complaining about the most dumb things, but that's how dumb the show is. Like you're going to divide the
They
school
looked like
up.
they were going to have a dance off. You know?
Oh, well, speaking of dancing, what about when
And didn't she
the
actually
war
call it
college-
like a turf war?
Yeah. Turf war.
What,
Yeah.
what about when the war college guy was flirting with the Klingon and the fish dude got all jealous and shit? Like, it is so dumb. It
They're
is
not-
so dumb.
The nightclub music, I loved how it sounded so 90s.
Or
Like
2010s or something.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
and it looked like a bar straight from there and a shit bar that
Yeah.
no one went to.
Yeah, that's
And-
what when I saw it, I was like, oh, so nightclubs haven't changed in 1,000 years.
Oh, with a translator too, by the way. They had a
Oh,
translator.
this-
yeah,
There
or
you
yeah.
go.
Now, how do I say this
Oh.
delicately? In the future, where they cure things or work out issues, if someone thinks they should dress like this, they've probably bred that out of us that we're that confused, is what I'm trying to say. Like,
Or
The drama.
just a typical tranny from today is working in the bar. Like,
yeah,
what-
yeah, or
what is-
this is
Yeah.
1,000 years in the future. 1,000 years in the future, they would have the technology to, since they can rearrange your atoms in a transporter. Potentially, they could just make you something else, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and what happened to Synthahol? Are they really letting their underage students go out and get hammered every night? That's messed up.
I also want to make a really quick point about that scene that you were just showing. the trans bartender comes over because they're about to start fighting, right? She goes, "Here, we don't want any fighting. Here, have some shots." So they have shots.
Yeah. Here.
Hang on. They have some shots. The trans waiter walks away, and they're still just facing off with each other, like so angry at each other. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
No bouncers, no doormen.
Oh man.
Why is there nobody straight at that club?
Don't fight.
Yeah.
Here, get more drunk.
Yeah, there's not a single doorman or bouncer around too. You don't like.
I'm always amazed too that the people that write this, they've never done anything with their life, what they think's tough or cool or anything.
Oh God.
And when the girl wants to try alcohol, the fake, imitation person, he says 1 shot. She changes it to 12 shots. Like
Yes.
12 shots all at once. Like that would put anyone on their ass.
Yeah, why can't she just undo it either? Why does it actually take her as if her holographic body was actually metabolizing alcohol? It's nothing about that character makes any sense whatsoever.
But hang on,
It's silly.
Did I miss something? Like earlier in the episode, she couldn't taste food. So she wasn't eating food. She wasn't consuming anything. And then what? She can drink 12 shots and get drunk?
Well, he reprogrammed her.
Oh,
I
yes.
must have missed that bit.
Super hacker boy.
He figured it out.
Oh, you figured it out. Okay.
Yeah,
I must have
Space
been off doing
Jesus.
something because I honestly, throughout this entire episode, I didn't sit down on my couch once. I stood in front of my TV going, "This is stupid." Walked down there, did something, came back. I was just half listening. It was so bad. I couldn't sit still watching it.
Yeah,
I
do
love
you
this-
remember when the doctor's code was so incredibly complex because he is a sentient computer program? Even Voyager's computer couldn't really understand, and Space Jesus just brings up a Windows, flicks a few fingers, and magically she gets drunk.
They don't like science fiction. They don't like it. They
No.
just want magic, and they just want this scene, and the magic's going to happen in this scene, and this is how we do it. Like it's, I don't know. We both cracked up when Cisco's son, and they're going through this book, and he brought up this image of the valley or something they called it at the time, and look at how crap that fucking image is, and like, when was this taken?
Yeah.
That's a keeper.
It's a minor point of this show, but it did make me fucking burst out laughing. Oh, now I have to ask. We did touch on it earlier. The dinner party. We didn't want to rewind what was going on when we were
I
watching
didn't
it.
understand it.
No,
I didn't either.
Well,
Again, they're
what are
they're
they
ridiculing.
doing? But were they? I said I think they're practicing for a dinner they've got to do. But then they were talking about their own problems.
Yeah, they were just
imitating each other, no?
Yeah, they were just
imitating
taking the
each other?
piss out of the Commandant guy. Like I said, anybody who takes anything serious in this universe gets ridiculed to death.
Does anyone else have to have the subtitles on to listen to her and fucking understand what she's saying? And they
Oh
seem
my
to
God.
Hang on, I think I took a screenshot. There was one line they gave her was like a tongue twister. And
It was, and she had to really get that last "esh" out. That she really emphasized it.
There was one there. I've got to find. Have I got it?
Is
might
it
be
just me?
here
I've
somewhere.
asked this before. Is it just me, or is there something wrong with the audio of this show? Every time I see an episode, I don't know if it's the TV, my own hearing, something about their voices, not just not just Holly Hunter. In general, I feel like they keep doing
I
weird
agree.
AI stuff to their voices
I think
to kind
so.
of. There's something weird about it.
Something's not quite right with the.
Yeah,
I think
but
it's,
Holly Hunter, they have to be manipulating her voice somehow. She's next to impossible to understand.
Right.
I
there's
don't
a
un-
I think, but
there's
mine
a
is
lot of-
not.
at all. Yeah.
It's
Well, the
not
other
a great.
thing-
There's a lot of ADR going on in this show too,
Yeah.
it doesn't always make sense either.
A lot of people in previous episodes were talking about all the lens flares and stuff. This episode was actually really backlit really badly. Like there was so much dark, like there's a lens flare there, but like there was just the lighting in this episode was actually kind of one of the worst as well, despite not having probably as many lens flares as other episodes.
Yeah, just bad lighting because nobody in Hollywood knows how to light anything anymore because they didn't have to learn on film.
That.
But
Yeah.
let me
She
so
looks like she's got receding hair, like it's just that she's bald on top and there's just a pigtail at the back. That's
Yeah.
they're getting paid to do that.
Did you notice they mentioned how low they are on resources a couple of times? Like, where does this world look low on resources? And there is no excuse for the Federation. It's a post-scarcity society. They have unlimited resources, power, and material.
We didn't at all explain. Hang on, I found the tongue twister. Dress rehearsal for the what is that word? Alpharati soup ritual tonight. We replayed that literally 10 times, trying not to turn on the subtitles to see if we could work it out, and crying, laughing, and then finally turned on the subtitles and took a screenshot. Her, why would you give her that line?
Dress rehearsal.
Just the weird contrivance of him having to use power to heat the ocean. It's like they travel with eels. Don't they have a tank? Like, why are you heating the freaking... Everything is just contrived and silly. And, like, wouldn't it be cool if they had to use all the power to heat the ocean? Like,
and we talked about this before. There's no chain of command. Yeah. Everyone's just doing whatever they want at any time. Like, he's doing that.
Last week, it was the college that came up with the plan to say, wouldn't you have like a completely massive diplomat fucking thing set up, a council or something, not just the fucking college that actually comes up with the idea to save the Klingons. And the other thing too, in regards to that episode, I'm sorry to go off onto the last week's episode, but last week's episode, the fucking 8 home houses of the fucking Klingon Empire are on this one ship that has a disaster that explodes and no one fucking died. Like nothing fucking went wrong. Nothing happened. It's so stupid. The people writing this show are so childish and so dumb, and they don't want to actually learn the things that they're actually diving into. And it's the same thing with Star Wars. It's the same thing with Doctor Who. It's the same thing with fucking Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter and everything else. It's about the message. It's about trying to push that. And like, you're kind of sitting there in this universe as a fan going, how the fuck does that work? Like, how do we get to this point?
And they'll just wipe out the whole culture of Klingons just for one episode. Yeah. Like,
did they do that?
Yeah, there's like a few of them left living on one planet now.
Yeah, she doesn't even need to go to class. She can download it, but they're like, I'll tell you what, the photonics are real bitches, like her bosses or whatever, but it's like, you can, you're a computer program. You don't need to go to class. And then that woman says, oh, you solved this. You can teach it. So what... But Rhino, you're right. We talked about it before. There's no need for Federation or government or diplomatic corps or whatever's out on Beta's head. The school's got it covered. All problems in the universe will be covered by these 17-year-old students. They'll get it done.
The children...
Those kids' books.
Just quickly, Nurgle, 11. $20 for beer. I'll go now and get it. Yes. Thank you very much.
Flash has actually been trying to force me again to get more Fosters, and man, it's the worst.
Fosters? No one drinks that shit.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
That's Australian for beer.
It's
I
not.
Talked, I think it was Drunk 3PO, someone was going on about Fosters. I swear to God, I think maybe years ago, I saw some Greek concreters drinking Fosters. I've never, ever seen someone drinking a Fosters at a bar or a pub.
That was the greatest campaign.
I work with an Australian, and we asked him once, and he's like, I've never had a Foster's in my life.
No, or seen
that was
someone
the best
have a
campaign.
Never.
And it is the worst beer ever made.
Yeah, that's not a beer. This is a beer.
I don't know what piss actually tastes like, but if I could imagine what piss would taste like, it's Foster's beer.
Now, I'm looking for a thingy because she said something in me. Oh, I know what it is when she's reporting back home. Now, I want to ask her, I know like they're copying things from all over the place, and I want to know if I'm the only one that's thought this. When, Polly, you're not allowed to say anything because I think I said something to you at the time. Right. But when she's reporting back to her superiors, does anyone have any idea where they reckon that was stolen from? Anyone?
Are you talking about like the beam thing that she's talking about?
This thing.
This thing.
Any ideas? I'll tell you what I think. Unless anyone's got any ideas.
Iron Man?
No, this is gonna take us back. Go. Sorry.
Yeah, no. It reminded me of a couple of different things, but I want to hear yours.
Yeah, it kind of has a resemblance to the crystalline entity. It kind of there's a few other things too, but yeah, I don't know. What are you thinking?
Going back. This is gonna take us all back to Mork and Mindy.
Yeah.
reporting, and they finished every episode with the exact same fucking shot of him
You're right.
looking up into the light and the
You're
light
right.
overhead. And it was just a black background from what I believe. I should have looked this up. But
think you're right.
his reporting back home is exactly what they're doing in this. But Mork and Mindy was fun and entertaining.
No, that's exactly right. But the thing, and again, none of her character is necessary whatsoever. But they don't come up with anything original. And just like, please don't associate Mork and Mindy with anything about this show. Just like I brought up Curious George. But this would be like if a person with brain, in the dumbest person you could think of, tried to write Animal House with Mork and Mindy and Star Trek. Like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Just looking at this image, the people that made this thought that you, the audience, were that stupid that they needed to point out that that's me.
The amount of times they
you need to know that that's me. That's her.
Yeah, well, they expect people to be on their phones, so they're not going to be paying attention. This is made for somebody who's doing something on their phone.
And
So who's not really committed to watching.
Yeah. So they can look up and go, oh, me. Okay.
the fact that they made a program that's stunted. Sorry, I just can't get my head around this character or how. I know we say this all the time, it doesn't make any sense, but how anyone could think this character we could care about, or we just don't spend the whole time going, why is she crying? Why is she drunk? Why doesn't she have the answers? Why is she here? Why is she fat? Why does she look weird?
Yes.
Like fucking, she's a program.
It's all about her feelings, Robot Head. Didn't you feel it when she looked sad that she wasn't going to be able to live her life the way she wanted to? Didn't you have feelings when she said, "I'm just like the Cisco"? Didn't it make you feel? The morning wood joke, did that make you feel? Like
she
Oh my God. Yeah.
they made a joke about morning wood and Star Trek, and it made me feel nauseous. Like how
last
far
week he was a
Star Trek's
masturbator.
meant to
Yeah.
represent everything kind of pure. It just, it's so sad.
Oh.
I really feel sad for every true Trekkie because this is just an abomination.
And like I was saying before about testing you about her dancing, mugging in the camera nonstop, like a Klingon in a skirt and a handbag. I know it's not a handbag, but it's meant to look like a handbag. And then in the nightclub, he's, like you were saying, Rhino, there's nearly a bitch fight because he's dancing with another guy. Like, what? Why do we have to just have this? It's not, this shoving down the throat thing, like, I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you want to do. But it's why are you testing me constantly to say something about this?
So what's it all about? Who can sum it up? What's it all about?
I believe it's an allegory for, self-identification, and that you are what you say you are, and that you are good enough and you are smart enough, and it's not about what you can do, but how hard you try.
And doggone it, people like you.
Yeah. There is one good thing about this, though. I no longer feel bad in any way, shape, or form that Paramount is not going to buy Warner Brothers. In fact, I'm glad.
Right.
You don't want more of this?
What
was that, Rhino?
I said it's going to Netflix though, and that's not really that good either. I wanted to say, isn't it amazing though how we talked about something that we loved and we could barely talk about it,
Yeah.
and we talked about something that we ate and it's like pile on. There's so many obvious things that are so bad and so out of place and don't belong in the Star Trek universe that it makes it so easy to actually talk about these things and what the problems actually are. Whereas, like I said, with the things that we like, it's kind of harder because go and watch it.
Yeah, when you write a good paper, there's very little teacher's ink on it because it's good. When you write a failing paper, there's a lot of red.
Yeah.
I did think it was very prescient that they included her, barging into a religious service and interrupting them to interrogate them about
and
their
insult
religion.
them.
It's very, very timely. Yeah.
Don't forget she insulted them too. That's a very important fact. And she had a right to do it because she was on a priority one mission. So damn anybody else's feelings or or circumstances. I
then
need to know this.
I couldn't stand the smugness from the character, but then also,
no, it's awful.
As people mentioned, the fourth wall breaking stuff is just
Disgusting.
beyond
Yeah.
like what Star Trek is supposed to be, like crazy.
And then just
It's a great comment.
God,
here.
there's so many things that are so wrong with this. Yeah, what's not Brian?
Not B. Ryan. She makes Bella Ramsey look like
Like I said,
peak Cindy Crawford.
yeah, Star Trek's supposed to break
I
the,
just think peak Cindy Crawford.
Star
Not
Trek's
Brian.
supposed to break the fourth dimension, not the fourth wall. That does not belong in Star Trek.
No, it doesn't.
And just for one episode. Now, you just wonder where this goes next because, like, the Acolyte was its own special load of shit. And you sort of think, you know, lesbian witches howling at the moon. My God, that's terrible. It can't get worse. She-Hulk, just... it's just She-Hulk. Like, it sort of wasn't damaging a history or anything. Well, I suppose it was. People love She-Hulk. But it was sort of bad and cheesy. This is just a fucking new level. And, like, can they get worse than this?
But what motivated them to write this?
They think their point of view of the world is correct. And they need to teach that to everyone
Doctrine.
else. And
Yeah, they need to fix Star Trek because Star Trek was wrong. It was patriarchal. They had honor and warriors and competence. And they stressed learning and scholarship. We can't have that.
Fucking a Nazi created Star Trek. We need to change that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Star Trek a catalyte. It really is the acolyte of the acolyte.
It's like Gary has said, and he's completely right. The Acolyte was Kathleen Kennedy's Star Wars in its final form, and this is what Kurtzman's, whoever fucking is making this Star Trek. This is Star Trek in their final form. It's what they wanted to turn it into. They wanted to remove it completely from being science fiction, from being something that the fans really love. They hate the fans. They hate how much the fans love it. They hate how much the fans get into it and how deep they dive into the lore and the canon and all of these bits and pieces. They hate how much they know, and they've got to do whatever they can to destroy it and not be tied to having to create something within those universes. They don't even want to learn.
A quick one. I just want to get Price in on this. Price has promised to take me to an Outback Steakhouse at some stage. And this is Chuck. I'm Australian, been to one Outback Steakhouse in my life in Busan. Oh, I wonder if he caught a train there. Oh, hello. In South Korea. The company's based in Tampa, Florida, but I suspect you already knew that. Yes, we don't know what the Outback Steakhouse is, but I've been promised. Price, you said you were going to take me to one.
I always, when I go there, I take pictures and send it to you. Like every time I'm there. And I usually, by the way, their like house beer is Foster's. I don't usually drink Foster's outside of it, but usually I take pictures of me. You know, he doesn't see me in the picture, but there's like Foster's, and I'm at Outback, and I always take pictures.
I mean, that's what everyone in Australia drinks Foster's and eats bloomin' onions.
Not true. I was going to ask you about the bloomin' onion. Do you get the bloomin' onion when you
I get the bloomin' onion, yeah. I wanted to ask you, is that really a thing, the bloomin' onion? Or they
No, shrimp on the Barbie is not a thing either.
Shrimp on the Barbie's not
Shrimp
a thing.
on the Barbie's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
Yeah.
Prawns on the Barbie. What is a bloomin' onion? How do they serve the bloomin' onion?
It's like an onion that's been sort of opened up and then deep fried or something.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's like onion rings all together. So
good. I wish.
Oh, it's delicious.
It's
just not Australian.
Yeah, it is a heart attack on a plate, though. Like
First time I heard bloomin' onion, I thought it was an STD.
Oh,
someone's got the bloomin' onion.
I do have it on good authority that dingoes do eat your babies, though. That's what I've been told.
That's true.
She was thrown in jail and then she was acquitted.
We would rather talk about a chain restaurant than this show. So just
yeah. The dingoes are. They found a body the other day of a young girl that was with dingoes all around her. Don't know. Did you see that?
I didn't see that. No.
Yeah, there was a tourist or a young girl. I think she's Australian, but backpacking around. They found her body surrounded by dingoes just last week. I don't know if they killed her or if they were just sniffing around for a bit of a chew.
Fucking dingoes. Maybe they should bring in some lions so they take out the dingoes like they did with the frogs to take out the fucking something.
Did they ever find who was it that they said that the dingo ate a girl? Did they ever find that or?
No,
that's
that was
huge in Australia.
That was back in the day. She was actually locked up for like 20 years or something. And
She
then
was.
more evidence came out and revealed
Wendy
that she was
Chamberlain.
telling the truth. Yeah.
Wendy Chamberlain was locked away for it. And she was innocent.
Yeah.
Why
She
she was
was,
locked
and they just
away.
put her in jail for 20 years.
Yes, they were camping and the baby went missing, and she said a dingo ran out of the. A dingo took my baby. She took out of the tent, and no one they didn't
one
believe
believed
her. They found some of the baby clothes under a rock, days later, and she was put away. But they proved it. Why she was away a long time ago. I met a guy that did dingo breeding on like a school excursion. This crazy fucking guy swore at all the kids constantly, and we said, "Do you think a dingo could carry?" He goes, "Fucking oath." He goes, "I've seen them carry wombats." He goes, "They could easily take a baby."
God,
Yeah,
wombat as heavy as a bowling ball.
wombats are
Yeah.
fucking huge.
Yeah.
So so he was convinced that a dingo did it, but so dingo did it. Imagine that dingo snatches your baby, then you go to jail.
God.
So it was very dodgy. They did testing on the car and said they found blood in the car, and then someone proved years later it was like rust proofing or something. It was paint, but it was red, and it was rust proofing, and it was.
God.
Did any of those people end up going to jail? The ones that ruined a woman's life?
No, that never happens.
Yeah.
Of course not.
She's still alive. I think the husband died, didn't he? A couple of years ago.
I think she's still alive.
Yeah.
I think.
So I bet she loves it when every time something like Family Guy or something does a dingo took my baby joke. It's like, hey, that's serious in this country. We take those dingoes. They don't fuck around.
Dingo drank my Fosters.
Dingo needs
Yes.
to take this show and fucking, I don't know, they can do whatever they want with it.
Man, they need to burn every computer that this show had been on, every device involved in storage and rendering, every camera lens needs to be purified with fire. And of course, everybody responsible for this show needs to be sent to prison.
I'm sorry, can we talk about the scene where she actually does cry? Dude, give the actor a chance to wipe her face a little bit. That was a little bit too much water on the face. It made me think of like one of those parodies where like water's just gushing down the person's face or something. It looked horrible.
Yeah. Them are my friends, she says.
The cheating of emotions in this show, like she's crying over this. Like, imagine reading a book and then thinking you're connected with the person you just discovered in this book, and you're watching another hologram.
Demented.
Like, it's fucking demented that
demented.
she's crying about. I didn't even understand all the Cisco story about the fucking. All that crap that they were going on about his future and what happened to him and fucking tomatoes and stuff. But the fact that she thought she was connected to him and had this deep love for him and the son was fucking insane.
Yeah, it's false profundity again. And how about the last words? I don't know if that was AI or Avery Brooks. He said something
those,
like
what was there about the laws of
divine laws are more
divine
simple
laws.
than human law. Only love can
That's-
understand them.
Yeah, so that was not Avery Brooks in Star Trek. It is a recording from an album he made, a spoken word album that he made, contemporary to Deep Space Nine, or shortly thereafter. So it is not lines he recorded for Star Trek. It is not something new that he made for this show. Apparently, he was okay with them using it, but in no way did he say, yes, I'll record lines, or yes, please use these lines for my album, or anything like that. He was not involved in this beyond perhaps a brief conversation with somebody at the studio.
They
gave
paid
him
him
some
royalties.
They gave him a bear hug. It's like once there was a guy that he was supposed to work with me on something, and then he kind of tried to bail out, but I still told people that he was working with me because it sounded good. And I feel like that's what happened.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
happened with Avery
But-
Brooks. They're like trying to do everything to give the impression that he's involved. At the end, there's like a special title. Thank you, Avery. Like, what
Yeah.
did he do? What the fuck did Avery Brooks do? He doesn't show his face here. He allowed you to use some snippet from some shitty thing that he said once. That's the big thank you.
Yeah, and poetry that doesn't make any sense. It's only love can
No.
understand them.
No.
Only love can, like the false profundity, the way they really think. They've come up with something clever or impactful or, prophetic, and it's sheer
yeah.
idiocy. It's like
Oh,
when
they
your
threw a
three-year-old.
no captain in there too. Remember?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so many dumb,
Any-
things.
Any parent knows when your 3-year-old comes back from school with a little drawing and you put it on the fridge and you tell them like how good it is, but it's still like stick figures and a little thud. That's this show, and everybody's saying, "Oh, you're an amazing writer because you say you're a writer. You're just like Shakespeare." I can't even tell the difference. You're identifying as Shakespeare. I can't even tell the difference.
Just wanted to
that's a
quickly
great-
tell you all that I'm taking my leave and I'll see you later.
Oh,
Okay,
Price,
bye,
thanks for
Price.
being here.
Bye, Price.
We always appreciate it. And where are you
Word.
going? Tell everyone where you're going quickly.
Price of Reason Live, my live channel. There's we're talking about real Star Trek, not this
Oh, look
crap,
at
whatever
you.
this is.
Shit.
Good
So
for
when
you.
you've had enough of this, head over to Price of Reason and here's some talk about good things. Don't
Good
go
things,
just
yeah.
yet. Go in about 10 minutes.
All
Thank you,
I'll see
Price.
guys later.
Thanks,
Later,
Bryce.
Bryce.
Later, man.
Bye.
Take care.
This freeze frame is so perfect because to me, she actually looks like, those square big block things from Super Mario that come crashing down. Does it not look like one of those?
She looks like a mutant, man. I just can't even wrap my head around if this is what we're looking at 1,000 years in the future. Why bother?
That's what I mean. They push the audience like that's fucking weird. Like, what else do you say? You would talk about the writing. There was I was just looking through my notes because there was something said at the end, but I didn't write it down. But I did love. Did you notice when they hopped in the lift? The guy they were making fun of at the dinner party, and our hippie captain hopped in the lift, and he said 2 things that were negative in a row, and she said, "That's a double negative." Did you hear? And it's that's
It's not a double negative.
It wasn't a double negative.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, she was wrong. They don't
People
even know
look at each other and go,
basic.
that's not a double negative. Like,
Yeah.
you can say 2 things that are negative in a row, but that doesn't make it a double negative. Like, that actually
No.
means
Yeah,
something.
the writers don't even know 5th grade grammar. It's
No, of course they don't. No.
Yeah. But she did play Mariner on Lower Decks, so she's a Star
Yes.
Trek expert, and she
Yep.
it says writer on her door, so she must be a writer.
Yep. And she loves Deep Space Nine, so she was the obviously the perfect person to write this homage to the great Deep Space Nine television show. That we're gonna do this great show where we're gonna recognize how amazing Deep Space Nine is, and in the end, what we really did was we told a meaningless story about a pointless character. We did not tell anything about this mystery that we're supposed to be exploring.
Yeah.
This whole thing is we're going to explore the unexplainable mystery of Cisco. What happened? Not explained. We don't know what happened. Nobody tells us. No, there's no conclusion other than I will give it this. They did include his son as part of this. They included the actor there, playing Jake Sisko, although he apparently is just in her head. Like
Yeah.
he's just
Holding her
a
hands in her head.
figment of her computer imagination.
A
But at the
projection
very least,
talking to a projection, I think she is.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. But
But I still
at
didn't
the
understand how that worked because it only happened when she opened the book.
It's magic. That's the
it's just in
only
her head.
answer. Magic.
It's all in her head, just like all the people around her that adore her and have all these cute nicknames for her and stuff. It's all in her head. It's not real.
But Professor, didn't you feel good when she finally realized she can be an emissary and still do it her way, just like Cisco? Didn't you feel good?
Well,
She needed a little dose of Deanna Troy.
I liked
Yeah.
when she Deanna
Deanna Troy needed to set her straight.
she was
Yeah.
she was like when I close the book, will you disappear? And he
Will
goes,
you
I don't know.
disappear?
And then they close the book.
this
and
is
it
your-
doesn't.
He's
You know.
like, you're the one controlling this.
Yeah.
This
You're
is
the
your
one-
crazy delusion, you dumb bitch.
And
What do you think?
She keeps going, I don't have a body. I'm like, bitch, you got two of them. What do you mean?
Oh, that's so bad.
But I was going to say at
Totally
the
hard cut from her with the book closed to her with the book closed, but it was so jarring. Like, I know we were coming out of her imagination, a program's imagination, about talking
Yeah.
to another fucking imaginary person, but it's just it's
bad.
all so fucking bizarre. It's just
Yeah.
the weirdest
Yeah.
fucking thing I've ever watched in my life.
Well, so just finish what I was saying. Like I will give them credit at the very least when they had Jake there. He was talking. That they did include. They recognized the importance of his role as a father, right? That how important that was to Jake's life, and how he made that part of himself, and it was important to him to be a good father to his children and stuff. So I'll give them some credit on that at the very least. That is the only good thing I can say about this show.
Yeah, and you know
that
what?
was a very important part of the character of Benjamin Sisko, was his role as a father to his son, and they did at least mention that. So
And they did it without bringing in a second father, my two dads kind of thing. So,
yeah, they
Hang
did.
on. Well, we haven't seen the next episode
No,
yet.
no, you didn't see the last episode.
You see the last
where they
episode.
actually did that to the Klingon.
Where they have a Klingon who has a thruple
Klingon.
parents, two dads and a
Yeah.
mom. Yeah.
yeah, because
Imagine
Klingons
the
love to be
warrior-
cucked.
Yeah, two warrior Klingons sharing a woman. It's my turn. It's my
Yeah,
turn.
right.
It's
That's
how long would
yeah,
that
they're
work?
good on
out?
sharing. aren't
Of a dying species that needs the most reproduction they can possibly get. So, of course,
Yeah.
it makes no sense.
Yeah, like we couldn't have one man and 10 women so they can repopulate. It
Yeah.
has to be the other way around. Did you write down, Polly, because we laughed at the time, when she goes into the museum and they do the introduction of Cisco, but it was so clunky and odd. I thought I wrote down, but I
Yeah.
didn't. Where
No,
it was,
I didn't write anything
it was
down,
like
but it was-
they started his presentation with husband or
Yes.
something.
Husband,
A husband,
father,
father.
and Starfleet officer.
Who starts a presentation with
I know.
husband? Like even father would be. And you think
Yeah.
like
If you want to
general.
know more about
Like
his
he's-
husband, father, Starfleet officer.
Yeah, if you'd start with his rank and
Yeah,
what he'd
wouldn't you?
done, and
Yeah,
he was
you'd think
also
so.
a loving
Yep.
husband.
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
started with husband.
And they refer to him as the chosen one, which he was never ever called in the show. They never called him
Yeah.
the chosen one.
Well,
He's not friggin' Anakin Skywalker. And then that whole scene, he's supposed to be at the museum. It's supposed to be at the museum that's supposed to be in New Orleans. But that's in New Orleans. But you know what? You can just go make a hologram version of that and visit it here in the building. Except that they're on freaking Earth.
Yeah.
They have transporters.
Porters.
Even in the old episodes of Deep Space Nine, Cisco talked about beaming home to see his dad in New Orleans on the weekends so he could hang out with him and he could have food that his dad made. You could transport over and actually visit the real museum in New Orleans, but they're so freaking cheap that they didn't want to make a new set and have you actually visit.
But it's more complex to make a holodeck version than to just, like you said, go there. Like,
And then she's there talking to this orb, which, by the way, the Bajorans don't call them orbs. They're called the Tears of the Prophets.
Oh, well, that would
They rarely
require
refer to them as
research.
orbs. Other species refer to them that way. And no, they are not going to let one of their most sacred artifacts sit in a museum on Earth. It's going to be protected on Bajor. And even then, if it were there, she's like, oh, it's a communicator. Like I can talk to the prophets with this communicator. No, you're looking at a goddamn hologram, you idiot.
Of
It's
a
not talking
replica.
to anybody.
she was
Yeah, it's
using
a,
it like it
it's a
was-
it's a hologram of a reproduction prop of the actual
Oh my God.
tier.
yeah, and it works.
Yeah, well, I mean, it works in her head. Like I was going to say, if the book was written by his wife, I could see it going. He was a husband and a father and an officer, but she didn't write that book. Oh, God,
So
it's
how much
so
of
easy.
this are we going to have to endure? Like how many
Is it
episodes are
10
there?
or 8 episodes?
It's
I'm not
10.
sure.
So where
It's
are we at now?
10.
How many?
Yep, 5 more.
Yeah. I
Halfway
honestly,
through.
I mean, look,
This is episode five.
I'm usually known for complaining about how short episode, like how there's such a small amount of episodes in a season of television now. But like, I really wanted this to only be like 6, and we're only getting 6 of Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which is annoying.
Yeah, well, with every episode, they destroy another component of classic Star Trek. They completely obliterate it. And
It's just desecrating one bit of Star Trek at a time. There's just very slowly. We're gonna ruin the Klingons. We're gonna, next they ruin Deep Space Nine here. Next episode, who knows? They're gonna ruin the Vulcans. Well, wait, no, they already did that. It was called JJ Star Trek. They already ruined the Vulcans. I don't know. They're gonna ruin. So they're gonna find something to ruin in the next episode. Without question.
I remember what I was going to say. Cisco wasn't even a mystery. He just ascended from his corporeal form to a being of pure energy and joined the other wormhole aliens in the Celestial Temple. We have a ton of precedents in Star Trek from the Organians onward. We have beings made out of pure life energy. It was never a mystery about what happened to him in the first place.
And he visited Cassidy afterwards to tell her where he had gone and that he hoped he would be back soon.
Yeah,
like
he left a note.
That was the end. Which, by the way, I love Deep Space Nine, but I hated the end of that show. I hated the end of it. But whatever.
Dear Cassidy, I'm just going out for space cigarettes. I'll be back shortly.
Are you getting them cheap?
Yeah. I was going to say. Yeah, don't come to
Pay
Melbourne
more
for
for
them.
that foot on them.
Yeah. So at least I'm not super close. Like on is it Robert Mayer Burnett was on Open Bar this morning. Am I saying his name correctly? But anyway, he worked for 3 years on doing extras for some of the Star Trek DVDs. And he's watching it. I thought, like, I'm at arm's length. I always liked Star Trek. Like, it's always been there. But I'm not one of these people that knows.
Not a Trekkie.
Yeah, I'm not in any way. So, like, I can still watch this just in fucking shock of how bad it is.
It's
But
unbelievable.
I can't imagine
The heads are exploding.
living with this.
Yeah.
Like, this is Luke throwing the lightsaber
Yeah,
at the shoulder
it
for
is.
me. And
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
dying
it's
on
a-
the rock.
It's poison.
It's
Poison.
a dagger in the heart to every. Like, I actually started a chapter of a Star Trek club in the 70s in my major city, or helped form it with some other. This is a dagger in the heart of any true Roddenberry, Gene Kuhn, Joe Trumbull fan, Dorothy Fontana, all the real science fiction writers that helped create the show. It's so insulting, but they do it. Somebody said it. They do it smugly. Like, see how wrong you are? This is how it's supposed to be.
Sorry, R2's trying to sneak comments in just without saying them out loud. You don't get away with that here, buddy.
No, I was just chatting with somebody in the chat. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I hated the end of Deep Space Nine, not the end of the war. Most of the episode was actually pretty decent, and I didn't mind like getting the chief. He gets to head off and go like teach at Starfleet Academy, and there's just sort of this finale situation where everyone's kind of moving on to bigger and better things. But they end the show with a black man abandoning his family. I'm sorry, that is not okay. That's terrible. They should have, literally, they could have done the whole episode exactly the same. Everything else is fine, but he gets a choice to become an immortal god, and he gives that up to stay with his wife and his unborn child and his son. Like, that is what we should have had.
Absolutely.
Someone who was willing to
Powerful.
give
Yeah.
up that opportunity to become something, immortal, so that he could stay who he was. He could stay true to himself and stay with his family. That was the ending that we should have gotten.
Yeah, but R2, he couldn't get an ID, so he really didn't have a choice. He had to go join the Celestials.
Unfortunately, just too, not possible for him to get an ID.
Yeah.
So he didn't get a vote.
every time these Wokies try to defend or stand up for marginalized people, they end up insulting them and fetishizing them and tokenizing them worse than like any mean racist would.
Yeah. And Avery Brooks hated that ending too, for the exact same reason. He's like, this whole show, I've been like, you know, a dad. And like, this has been a really important part. Like, my character wouldn't abandon his family, wouldn't abandon his kids. And they're like, but you get to be a god. And he's like, I don't care.
Yeah, the best part of that show was him being a dad. It really was. Like,
it was incredible.
And he said, you know, Cisco, my dad, wasn't separable from Cisco, the alien. The hell it wasn't. His identity was being a family man, not some. And the whole thing where his mother was like possessed, but he wasn't physical. Like, that was all way too mystical, magical shit for Star Trek. Anyway,
well, you know, and there was this thing that was introduced, you know, eventually in the show that he was sort of engineered by the prophets so that he could be the Cisco and he could connect with the prophets and all this stuff. But he also had free will. And he exercised it on several occasions where there were serious things happening. He had to risk, you know, the death of his son. He had to risk all sorts of other stuff. You know, that he was told he would, you know, he would experience nothing but sorrow if he were to marry Cassidy. He wasn't supposed to do that. He did it anyway. He had free will, and in many cases, he chose duty over his own, you know, personal choices or whatever.
Yeah. He chose duty over his happiness. And as far as I'm
Deep Space Nine your favorite in the series, or do you like Next Gen or Voyager? What's your favorite?
I do love Deep Space Nine. I really do. That was kind of the show that came along while I was at that right age to really love it. So that one was great for me. But I love all of the other Star Treks too. Voyager, not as much. And then Enterprise grew on me eventually. But God, I still hate that theme song.
Yeah, I think DS9 was less consistent. Like, you would have really good episodes, and then you would have some. As they entered more and more TV writers into the writer's room instead of science fiction. But, you know, I'm a little older, so TOS is my number one. And I really learned. I didn't like TNG when it came out. But, you know, as it started going along, I went back. I always give it another chance. So,
is that the fan favorite? What would be the fan favorite?
I think either TOS or TNG, but Deep Space Nine is the most popular among people who aren't Trekkies because it's sort of the least Star Trekky of the shows. Now, I think Voyager is barely better than Kurtzman Trek, man. I got to tell you,
Voyager is a real mess. I know a lot of people that love Voyager, but it is. I mean that is the only Star Trek that I just stopped watching at one point while it was airing of the original series, because it got to a point where I was like, I just don't care anymore. There's one of the later seasons where they adopt, you know, My Little Borgs, the little kid Borgs that come on, where I'm like, oh my God, no, no.
I did love Jerry Ryan, though. I have to say,
she was easy on the eyes.
She brought some new energy. Yeah, the show was on the verge of being canceled. They brought her in, and it worked. So, but yeah, and you know, Enterprise again. The problem: Star Trek doesn't work if it's searching for broad appeal. It's a niche property,
it is,
and when you take the science fiction out of Star Trek, you don't have Star Trek anymore.
See, this is something you hear a bit from people that rewatch the series, and I enjoyed it at the time when it came out, but I've been meaning to go back and relive it. A lot of people say that first season of TNG's, you know, a bit tough to get through. It was a struggle. It didn't really hit its stride till season. Well, here we've got Garth, The Night Returns. He's got a wonderful photo there. TNG really didn't find its rhythm until late season 2 to season 3. And you hear that a lot, you know. So
season 2 has some great episodes, though. It really does.
You didn't like Code of Honor in the first season? That wasn't good for you?
It's
one where they go to the planet of black men who are patriarchal and extremely racist.
What's the Family Guy show? The Star Trek show? It's left my brain.
Wait. Orville. The Orville?
Oh,
Yeah.
it
The Orville.
blows my mind that we have that show just sitting there. That is
Right.
a far better version
Yeah.
of Star Trek than this. Like,
Well,
and it
yeah.
Yeah, it's the best
Even-
Star Trek show in the same way that Galaxy Quest is the best Star Trek movie.
Yeah, even with the poop and boner jokes, it's still better than this.
but there it's deliberate and isn't hurting any
Exactly.
of the original. That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
And
true.
here it's hurting everything, and it's not deliberate, like how stupid it is and how bad it is. It's it's interesting that show just floats there and gets sort of ignored. Is there any more of that coming out, or is that done?
They say it's done, but you never know. It did find its success without the Star Trek name, though. That's the thing.
Yep.
It has a huge fan base, the Orville, and they were
Yeah.
able to cultivate it by writing good stuff and being
Until
a
they
good show.
didn't.
Yeah.
Until
Season
they
3
didn't.
is a bit of a
And they went
You're
full
right, they
on
didn't do it
hardcore woke. And,
Yeah. Yeah, but the first 2 seasons, man, are just magnificent. It has more heart of Star Trek than any of the newer Star Trek shows ever did.
I can't remember any of the names, but there's the big dude who looks like one of the women out of this show, and male, and they have is it a female baby, and then they're talking about changing its sex, and like that was all interesting,
Yeah.
and like they had
And-
interesting arguments about it, and
And you know why? Because they didn't tell you how to think. They presented you with a situation, and you got to decide how you feel about it without a lecture.
Which is pretty much what Star Trek always did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Did anybody else notice that there was no the Klingon? What's the half Klingon fucking blue chick? She wasn't in
yeah.
this episode.
Oh, yeah. That it didn't
Didn't
save
see
it,
her in
though.
this one. No.
Yeah, it still hurt though. Like despite her lack of presence, it
No,
was
I
still
was just
awful.
saying, like, it's kind of strange that she wasn't there. Like, I would have thought maybe she would have been at the dinner party or something like that in at least one of those scenes. Like,
Well,
I just kind of thought of that now. Like, I didn't see her the entire episode.
yeah. Well, you can same thing with the characters from You can tell they're featuring a certain character, and they have like little Rachel Weisz wasn't in last week's episode. So they're sort of rotating who they feature on, and I knew when you know in the first 10 seconds this show is going to feature that little mutant who shouldn't exist. I'm like, this is going to be a rough one. I had no idea though.
Imagine being in the boardroom, like, or this fucking writer's room while you're coming up with, like, just even this scene, for example. So, what are we going to make him allergic to? Oh, we'll make him allergic to bananas, and we'll sneak it into the food. What's he going to throw up? We can't make it so bile that it's actual bile that he's throwing up. What will we make him throw up? Oh, let me think.
Yeah.
Puppies? No,
The
we
secret
can't really do
ingredient.
puppies. We'll do glitter. Fucking
Glitter fixes everything.
I bet it was more like, I've got it. What if it's glitter? And they went,
Yeah.
and all
you know,
each other.
You know-
I didn't do the bit right. I had to be, I've got it. It's glitter. We'll do glitter.
Yeah, wouldn't it be
You've done it
cool-
again, Tawny. Great job.
Yeah, wouldn't it be cool if she just had a drunk button that you could press? Oh, that's so brilliant. You're such a good writer. I know, because it says so on your door.
How are we going to fit the Slytherins into this episode? Oh, I know. They're going to have a bar fight. That sounds funny.
The most piss weak bar fight in the world. Just
Yeah.
like a slap fest.
Yeah, if you threw a single punch, you were out of my school for the rest of your life, and your children were out too. Like, and it wasn't even particularly like a high disciplinary school. Like, none of the stuff. Like, I don't remember. I think it was on Price's show. Somebody came up with the idea. Wouldn't it be funny if Starfleet Academy, they only thought it was for the best and the brightest? It was actually a special school for people who. Yeah, it's a special school for people who, we got to put them somewhere. Let's make them think they're going into Starfleet, and we'll get them all over here in the brown reading room in the basement, sort of thing. Like,
That explains it.
Yeah. After last week, I didn't think it could get worse. Like last week was pretty bad and pathetic, and we were laughing at it.
Yeah, I
and then
didn't
we've
see
had
it.
this. Can it get worse? Like, what could you do worse than this?
I think it
like,
can.
yeah,
think-
I don't know.
And the
Next-
reason
I
why
mean-
and the reason why I think it can is because throughout the last couple of episodes, it's been very individual to an individual character. And each individual time we've seen that, it tends to do destruction to some sort of canon or lore within the Star Trek universe. You're just going to get that in the next fucking thing. The next thing's going to revolve around this character, and they're going to find a way to destroy some other part of the lore or some other part of the canon.
Yeah, well, Robert Ricardo did say, wait until you see episode 6. He's like, so there's something big in his mind anyway.
Yeah.
It was 6 or 8, I'm not sure, but he's like, come back. If you think the show's bad, come back to me after you see episode 6.
There does. If you look at the IMDb credits, there is already one person credited there as Furry Soldier. So, maybe that's Fury. I don't know. I'm guessing it's Furry. Furry Soldier.
1 hour or 2.
Well, I
1
think
hour or
we'll
2.
bring this to a close. Thank you for everyone for being here. Just before we go, now I don't know if Melvin Deeply is still in the chat. He was on the show last week. Lovely spot. He's a lot of the time he's in the chat. He might have gone to bed. He's late over there, but he is doing.
Where's over there?
In the UK.
Okay.
He's doing a half marathon to raise money because he wants autism or something. I'm not sure what he's trying to do, but it's for autism. And I just thought I'd bring this up if anyone wants to go support him. I was hoping he was here that he could put the link in the chat. But anyway, we'll get it for next week and make sure he puts it in the chat. But go support him because I think he might die during this half marathon. And I asked him if we still have to pay if he drops dead during it. And he said double. So hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he can raise some money there. I don't know which legs in that photo are his. Maybe the robotic one in the middle.
Awesome.
Yes. So, yes, go support him. Just giving it looks like it is. I wish we had the link up. I'll put it underneath the video. But, yeah, you can go support him and donate some money, and just put anonymous because then I can claim that I'm the anonymous person on each one. So put your name down. So thank you, everyone, for coming and joining us. Price was here earlier. Very good. Raging Rhino, are you going to enjoy the rest of today or you want to stream later today?
Yeah, we're going to be on Jack's show.
I believe I might be there too, which has been a long time.
Australian takeover of Jack.
I usually do. I was going to say only one stream a day. In reality, one stream a week is the most I've probably ever done, and could be 3 today. So let's see how that goes. And
but other than that, thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. If you want, come over, subscribe. Raging Rhino. Dropped a pretty cool video. Robot Head was actually one of the big inspirations for me starting my channel, 5 years ago or something. So
he thought if this fuckwit can do it, anyone can.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. What can I say? No, but thank you.
Professor R2, are you going to be on later today with Price with the Night Owl?
Yeah, we'll be on later this evening, 11:45 Eastern on Price of Reason Live for the Night Owl, and I believe I've got the link there in the chat for Melvin's crowdfunding thing for his autism half marathon that he'll be running. So you can visit that link there and support him, and that would be awesome. We'd appreciate that. I'm sure he would as well.
Istaphobos with the dancing robot head, which I always appreciate. What do you want to push? Where are you going to be?
Well, tomorrow afternoon, Antiderivative Jill, we are doing the pilot of Stargate, the TV show.
Oh, man.
And then later on that night, Trev Retro is doing Just Bad Trek, where we're going to go over the dumpster fire that was this episode again. If I'm able to stomach it, I just don't know if I'm. But tomorrow's Friday, and if Night of the Seven Kingdoms is coming out, then you know what? Maybe I'll just spare myself the torture and watch something good.
I'm going to be there. So if you need to take the day off, I can't blame you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I saw you. Well, it'll be fun to have you on. But yeah, it is it's somewhat cathartic. We who are real fans of this and have been so for 60 plus years. Yeah. We have to vent somewhere. And thanks for giving us a place to do that.
It's good to do it.
No, it was good. And Polly, you tried to escape. Yeah. And then you were back for this. And then I said, you have to watch this show, which you hated.
But now I have to see episode 6.
Oh, you've got to catch up on the first.
You've talked it up. So I know I've got to
catch up on the first 4. That's a great way to spend your time.
No, I don't think so.
Pulled you in. You're interested to see how cringy it can get.
Yeah, I don't envy you. You have 4 more to go before the new one.
Yeah.
No, I won't be doing that.
Very good.
I'll just watch episode 6.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to the lovely people who send super chats. You can go check out my coffee. I'll put the link in there, like I'll put everyone else's link that I should have done beforehand, but we had technical difficulties getting live today, so I'll make up for all of that.
Look
But
at that little smoking teddy.
oh yeah, he's smoking all right. He looks great. That dancing robot head there. So thank you all for being here, and don't forget, well, hang on, where's my outro? There it is. Don't forget, everyone. Come back next week and bring your mates.